Why did he run? He did increase the suspicion at that point by running. And he really ran fast because he ran out of one of his shoes. He threw the phones down before he exited the parking lot. And he just took off as fast as he could. Now, reasonable to believe that he may have taken something? Absolutely. Reasonable to go ahead and follow him to see where he was going, in what direction, so he could tell the police? Absolutely. And he wasn't going to tackle him, he wasn't going to hold him, he wanted to see where he was going. Rick Chow had come out of the office, and he saw his son outside, and the young man outside as well, and he saw him take, both of them take off running. Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, ran following his son and Mr. Carmack Belton because he was trying to see what was going on with his son, protect his son, make sure his son was okay. He did not know what was going on. He had nothing to do with the determination in the store, but he was going out there to protect his son, to make sure his son was okay. It's his son! The young man hauled down the street, crossed over the street, ran down on the left side of the street toward the apartment complex. And at some point, he tripped, fell. Mr. Chow was behind him. Andy was somewhere, and you'll hear the testimony about it, somewhere in that area on the street. And actually, the young man hurt his leg, cut his leg. But when he got up, and by the way, he also threw his book bag into a ravine down there. Why? What, do these things increase suspicion? Absolutely. It would increase anybody's suspicion. But when he came up, and Andy Chow saw that he had a pistol in his hand. It turned out to be the 9mm.
Shadow, what up with it?
That one in the chamber was loaded and had a laser that had been attached to it, but the laser was found in the road, right near the road where the shell casing that was fired out of Mr. Chow's weapon landed. Now, Mr. Chow never pulled out that weapon. The state wants to talk about, well, you know, he ran from somebody who had a .45 automatic, semi-automatic. How would the young man know that? He didn't even see Mr. Chow. Mr. Chow had it in a holster the whole time. He did not pull out his weapon from the holster until
my boy Shadow, what up with it?
Overruled. Go ahead, Mr. Work.
he didn't pull out his weapon until he was told by his son that the young man had a gun. The young man, Andy being a young man as well, when he saw the gun, started backing up like this, had his hands up, backing up into the street. Mr. Belton pointed the gun at Andy Chow. Mr. Chow told him, drop it. He didn't drop it. Andy yelled out, he's got a gun. He's standing in the road. Mr. Chow is coming up. Pulls his gun now. At that moment, at that split second, that frozen moment in time, Rick Chow sees a young man pointing a semi-automatic pistol at his son, who's backing up with his hands up, and Rick Chow fires his gun to protect his son. We submit to you that that was reasonable. It was a reasonable impression that his son was possibly going to get seriously injured or die at the hands of somebody who had a gun pointed at him, that that was a reasonable belief, and he fired his weapon under the law in defense of his son. as I submit to you, anybody in this courtroom. Now you will hear a testimony that's consistent with that. What I'm telling you right now, it's consistent with what has been said in this case by the witnesses. And you will hear testimony from various people that you will find is consistent with that, that version of what I just told you is consistent. There's no question that that gun belonged to this young man. There's no question that that young man had that laser on that gun. As a matter of fact, you will see evidence. We submit that we'll be able to lay a foundation in our defense that he was on social media the night before, wearing the same clothes, holding the same gun with a laser. There's no question about it. You'll be satisfied at the end of this case as about the direction everybody was, where everybody was placed, in direction where Mr. Chow was when he fired the weapon, where his son was, and where Mr. Carmike Belton was. All of that, I submit to you, will be consistent. Mr. Chow did not take any joy in what happened. It was chaos. Adrenaline's pumping. Can you imagine what you're thinking about when you had to go ahead and take that action to go ahead and, first of all, see your son with a gun being pointed at him by a 14-year-old, and then having to fire the weapon to protect your son? What was going through his mind, what was going through his heart, what was going through his head, wasn't something he did because he wanted to.
Y'all run them likes up, please. Run them likes up, YouTube.
Trying to protect his son. But the state doesn't talk about the gun. The state doesn't offer any explanation or rationalization as to why that young man pulled that gun and was walking around with that gun in the streets of Columbia, South Carolina. Mr. Chow didn't just run away at that point. He rendered aid. He stayed right there at the scene. He started doing chest compressions. You'll hear that. The young man was regurgitating. Terrible things, terrible scene. Mr. Chow was bending down, cleaning his mouth out, and giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You'll hear that. This is a man who acted with malice. This is a man who acted with criminal intent. I submit to you not.
Run the lights up. 2 more lights. Let's go.
This is a man who was deeply upset about what happened, to the point that he was doing some things that I wonder how many people would have been doing exactly what he's doing to try and save this young man. And then other people came over. But Rick Chow stayed there, did chest compressions, took vomit out of his mouth with his own mouth so the young man could keep breathing. And then other people, more qualified people, were able to go ahead and try and help the young man. Unfortunately, he died. Unfortunately.
We got to stop these kids from being
Mr. Chow
infatuated with
stayed
guns.
around.
14-year-olds shouldn't have had a gun.
Stayed at the scene. He was there when the police came.
You take that gun away, it's a
Told
whole
the police
different case. Why did the
what
kid have a
happened. Gave
gun?
brief description. It was not an interrogation. It was not an interview. It was not a complete, what I would call an interview by law enforcement. But there
Still
were
didn't deserve to die,
taken
but why
from
did he even have a
Sandy
gun?
Chow, Rick Chow, some of the people who were at or around the area there. He stayed there that entire time, went back up to the store, and when the police came up to the store, he showed the police the videos that they had. He was cooperating 100%, doing everything he could to not only save the young man's life, but also to cooperate with the police. Everything he could. His wife was doing the same thing. His son was doing the same thing. These were not people who had any kind of joy in what had happened. They were upset. It's terrible. Not as bad as obviously the parents of this young man. Not nearly to that level. But
Hit the likes on your way in or out, please. Hit the likes on your way in or out. It don't cost you
it's
nothing.
got to be something that's just so difficult to go through. When he agreed, they gave over all the videotapes to the law enforcement as well that were in the store. They all agreed to go down for further interviews at the sheriff's department over the course of the next few days to give a real interview as to what happened bit by bit, word by word. But within 15 hours, before any of the investigation really had focused with detailed
After these
interviews,
opening statements, man, we're going to go ahead and
forensic
move on.
things from the labs as to
We're going to move on to the topics in the title.
ballistics, DNA, whatever the issues were, within 15 hours, when Mr. Chow was called down, he was told to report to the sheriff's department.
Run them likes
Place
up,
for the
please.
rest
What
of
is
the
y'all doing? Run them likes up. Let's go.
That's how long it took, 15 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I again say this to you. The state wants to frame this as a situation where a young man may have taken some small item from a convenience store, wrongly accused, chased, and he wasn't chased, he was followed, chased and shot down.
Yeah, the threat was
because
already gone. Why did he
taken
chase him?
something from that convenience
No longer self-defense.
I submit to you, it's not that simple. You can't frame it like the state wants to frame it. Andy Chow had a reasonable belief that something took place in the store. He followed the young man out.
Which he didn't need
Rick
to
Chow
do.
had a reasonable reason to go ahead and follow his son to see what was going on to protect his son. Andy, when he saw the pistol being pulled, as the solicitor pointed out, 130 yards down the road, he started backing off with his hands up, and his father saw that pistol being pointed at his son with and by a 14-year-old young man. He had to make a split-second decision to go ahead and defend or not defend, fire or not fire, to protect his son, his pistol. What should he have done? Because that's what the state is trying to get doing Monday morning quarterbacking. That's what it's all about now. I think I submit to you, and I'm going to sit down in a moment, and I appreciate you listening. There are three questions in this case. One of them is no particular order. But what was the 14-year-old doing walking around Columbia with a semi-automatic 9mm weapon?
His back was still turned.
Book bag. In his hoodie. With a bullet in the chamber.
His back was turned.
Illegally possessing that weapon, illegally walking into a store that barred people coming in with weapons.
All that's wrong, but his back was turned.
Another question is, would any reasonable person believe that their son was in imminent danger of death or serious bodily harm such that they had to exercise the right of self-defense? And what would any reasonable person, the third question, what would any reasonable person do under the same circumstances? Fire or not fire? That's something that everybody's going to have to think about. Mr. Chow told him to drop the gun, he didn't. Mr. Chow had the gun in his holster. He didn't pull it out until he saw it, or his son said he's got a weapon.
And then he got shot in the
Again,
back.
he made that split-second decision. There was no malice.
How the boy get shot in the back?
Doesn't even fit the definition of what murder is in South Carolina. With malice, protecting your son. No criminal intent. Fired one shot, stayed there, tried to render aid, life-saving aid, and cooperated with law enforcement. Stayed on the scene. Agreed to further interviews. Then was arrested
All this is
within
true.
15 hours. Quick decision. I'm going to sit down now, and I do appreciate you listening to me. I submit to you there's one scenario more frightening than a man walking around the streets of Columbia with a pistol, semi-automatic pistol, one in the chamber, just walking around town with a laser on his gun. There's one scenario more dangerous than that, more frightening than that. Is a 14-year-old walking around town with a semi-automatic pistol, loaded, chambered, with a laser on his gun. How frightening is that? A 14-year-old does not have the education, the training, the experience of making good decisions, sound judgment decisions. That is more frightening than anybody in that same situation.
Where was the imminent danger?
And that's what Rick Chow and Andy Chow were faced with that day. I challenge the state at this time to offer some justification or rationalization as to why this young man illegally possessed a semi-automatic pistol with a laser and entered a store with that.
How he ended up getting
Whether
shot in the
merchant
back?
knew it or not,
Fuck
that
all
is not
that.
the issue at this point.
He got shot in the back.
But why? You're entitled to know why.
How'd he get shot in the back?
At the end of the case, we hope that you will find that they have not met their burden of proof in proving guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, but the evidence or the lack of evidence, and that they have not disproved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rick Chow acted to defend his son's life, and it was reasonable because it was an imminent danger to his son of death or serious bodily harm, or he reasonably believed that. Thank you.
Mr. Chow is not a cop. So what, the kid stole from the store? So what, the kid had a gun? Nigga, you could barely walk. Nigga, that's not self-defense. Mr. Chow isn't a cop. Y'all chased him down after the threat was already gone. Y'all chased him down and he ended up shot in the back. Where is it self-defense at? Self-defense don't get shot in the back. Come on, bro.
The fact that certain folks aren't in the courtroom, much like the selection process where I segregated you from one another to make sure your opinions didn't influence your neighbors. Do that with the witnesses as well. So don't infer that anyone doesn't care about the case, has done anything wrong, or anything of that nature. They're just excused from the courtroom until after they've testified. So if it is, we'll be in recess, let's say 11:20, and we'll be right back with you. Same as I told you yesterday, don't discuss the case amongst yourselves at all. Again, don't do any research, anything like that, and we'll see you back in here at 11:20.
Everyone remain seated to the jury leave, please.
In this case, the defense is trying to get us to focus on a 14-year-old having possession of a weapon that he never used. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, the 14-year-old boy did have a gun. He never used his weapon. He never used his weapon. He wasn't a threat. He left the store. Y'all chased him down and took his life. There is no self-defense. And anybody who thinks that death, that theft equals death, I hope you have the cleanest slate ever. I hope you never told us a little white lie. I hope you were never late for work for something you did and blamed it on traffic. You understand what I'm saying? Theft does not equal death. The cause doesn't equal that consequence, regardless of how you feel about it. You can have your personal feelings. You can disagree, but that is not the consequence for taking 4 waters out of a store that you lose your life. Under no circumstances. This has nothing to do with color or anything. This has something to do with facts. That does not equate to death.
You are our full person. It is going to be your added duty.
Hold on, man. Shout out to Mike from the Ville, walking in the door, big stepping with the $1.99 super chat, super step. Double tap that screen and like the stream. Let's go. Shout out to y'all. This is not I'm sorry, guys. This is not an echo chamber. No apologies necessary. Excuse me. My bad. This is not an echo chamber. We don't expect everybody to agree, but your conversation has to at least maintain some sort of human decency and respect. Long as you don't disrespect race, religion, sexuality, we can agree to disagree. I don't have to agree with you. All we got to do is be able to coexist. We don't have to love each other. We don't even have to like each other. We just have to be able to coexist. And we can disagree and still coexist. Understand that. We don't have to see eye to eye. This isn't an echo chamber. But you got to understand. We're going to call a spade a spade. Was the young 14-year-old, did he have any business carrying an automatic or a semi-automatic weapon with a laser beam on it? No. But did he use it? You can't chase then claim self-defense, bro.
To manage deliberations and complete the verdict form, but I'll give you further instructions on that. You're not going to get paid anymore than these other rewards. But you will be our...
If you came inside my house and I caught you inside my house, that's one thing. If I chase you out of my house and then I do something to you, then I'm at fault because you're no longer a threat. That's what you have to understand, Gracias. Everybody feels like they're so eager to put one under, to catch a body, to take a life. You think you're going to feel good after that. You think this is going to make you a man or make you, give you some kind of bravado or look what I did. Nobody's going to take. You're not going to feel good after that. Have you killed a deer? Have you ever been hunting? Have you even seen blood to know that you're okay from taking a life? And then this person, he stole from a convenience store. It was no one's dwelling where they keep their personals. It was a convenience store. Granted, it's still stealing and it's 1,000% wrong. The team was 1,000% wrong for that. He was 1,000% wrong for possessing an illegal firearm. But did that equate to death? Did the consequence have to equal death? No.
Any exception?
There's no way we will agree on that. I will never see eye to eye with that. No apologies necessary.
From the state as far as what I just told the jury?
No, sir.
Anything from the defense?
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Chow.
Stay ready, broken arguments.
We're ready, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Please report.
Yes, sir, Solicitor.
Counsel, Mr. Kent, Mr. McCullough, Mr. Swirling. Of a human life. To grieving parents who've lost a 14-year-old to senseless acts of violence, a human life is priceless.
But on May 28, 2023, Chai Key Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, determined that Cyrus Carmack Belton's life was worth less than 4 bottles of water. I say this because in May of 2023, Chai Key Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, was the owner of a convenience store and gas station on the corner of Park Lane and Springtree here in Columbia. His wife was working that evening. She was a co-owner. And
Keep running the likes up, please. Share the stream.
their adult
We're here, man. You know, we got a few conversations that might not be so comfortable today, but we're here for it. This ain't no echo chamber. You're welcome to your opinion. Just keep it respectful. Let's go.
son was working there as well that particular evening. It was around 8 o'clock or so p.m. that Cyrus Carmack Belton, a 14-year-old, walked into that store. And he had on a red hoodie with a small pocket in the front. He was carrying a black backpack. We know this to be true because the defendant in this case, Chai Key Rick Chow, had an intricate camera system that captured almost every interaction within that store and multiple camera angles. He also had camera angles outside of the store on the premises of the store and immediately adjacent to the store so you could see what happened at the beginning of Springtree as his property ended. So Cyrus walked into that store, red hoodie, small pocket in the front, black backpack, and he walks in and he immediately is asked by the co-owner, Alice Chow, to remove his backpack. That's store policy. Cyrus complies, does exactly what he's asked to do. He puts that backpack on the cooler and begins to walk around and browse throughout the store. He goes aisle to aisle, browsing, looking around, looking at the candy, looking at waters, looking at other things in the store. And Alice is directly behind him watching everything that he does. When he walks to the front of the store, she watches. When he walks
None of this is wrong. None of this is wrong. Him being watching, him nervous, him feeling like, oh, I might not want this person in my store, him being overprotective of his store. None of that is wrong. The tragedy and the travesty occurred when y'all chased the young man down after he was already gone. None of this is wrong. You're not wrong for watching. You're not wrong for enforcing your rules. You're not even wrong if you say you don't want certain people in your store. May we feel some way about it morally? Yes, but legally, you can tell, I can walk in your store and you can refuse me service, and whether I feel like it's fair or not doesn't matter. Whether I feel like I'm treated fairly or not doesn't matter. But as long, none of this was wrong. It was the life taking. It was the chasing down and taking of life. None of this is wrong.
inside of the store, she watches. She leans against the post and watches everything that he's
Hurry up and buy it, but it's still not wrong. None of this is wrong.
doing as he walks through that store. Their adult son Andy is working the counter, and he's watching as well. And as other customers come in to walk to buy things, he'll service them and continue to watch Cyrus as he walks through the store. Finally, Cyrus walks to that back right corner of the store, and again, we know this to be true because of that intricate camera system that Mr. Chow installed. He walks to the back. He opens a water cooler, leans the water cooler against his his left shoulder, and takes out 4 bottles of water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And after a second, he pauses and methodically puts all 4 water bottles back into that cooler. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He closes the cooler and begins to walk back towards the front of the store. And it's at that point that the verbal confrontation begins. And I say confrontation because Cyrus said nothing. The co-owner of the store, Alice Chow, asked if he needed help and eventually accused him of stealing water, told him to empty his pockets. The adult son, Andy, who was watching, said the same thing. You took some water. Give us back the water. Cyrus said, I took nothing. I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything. And they continued to verbally attack him,
Where's the camera angles from inside the store?
accusing him of stealing water. Interestingly enough, if you look at that intricate camera system, Cyrus is telling the truth.
Never even stole nothing. Never even stole nothing. All assumptions.
Took nothing from that store that day. As he tried to walk out of the store, they continued to verbally harass him to the point where he took his backpack and calmly walked out of the store. Again, we know that to be true because of that intricate camera system that Chai-Key Rick Chow installed. And as he walks toward that door, the co-owner, Alice Chow, says something in Cantonese that makes her son run around the counter towards Cyrus. And then Chai-Key Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, comes from out of an office in the convenience store, armed with a .45 caliber Glock pistol, and follows Cyrus out of that store. Cyrus walks out of the store, takes a right, slowly, and hears them yelling, running after him. Turns to see, and again, the camera system shows these things, and he takes off running. Cyrus tries to run through the parking lot to the point to where he runs out of his Air Force One Nike shoe. Runs out of his shoe. Doesn't turn around to pick it up because you have an adult male running behind you with a .45 caliber Glock pistol who has falsely accused you of stealing. So he runs. He drops 2 cell phones out of his pocket. We know this to be true because there are witnesses who we expect you'll hear from who'll talk about how they had to throw on brakes to keep from hitting them as they ran across traffic. We know this to be true because of that intricate camera system that he installed.
What we waiting on here?
He drops 2 cell phones. One belonged to him, one to his mother.
Right.
Doesn't turn around to pick up one of those cell phones. Continues to run, falls down, gets back up running, falls again, busts his shin, drops the backpack, keeps running. In total, Chai-Key Rick Chow and his son chased Cyrus Carmack Belton over 130 yards off of their property onto a public road in Columbia, South Carolina. And eventually, after Cyrus fell a couple of times, Chai-Key Rick Chow fired the fatal shot, which ended his life. Folks, 130 yards is a football field. No, in fact, it's a football field goalpost to goalpost plus 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm Byron Gibson, the 5th Judicial Circuit Solicitor, and I, along with Dale Scott, Stephanie Taylor, and Weston Leifer, represent the state of South Carolina. So for the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a roadmap of what this case entails, what our position is in this case, and what we believe we can prove, as well as give you an idea of what to expect from the court and how this proceeding will run for the next several days. Now, I mentioned to you a moment ago that when Cyrus walked into that store, he was wearing a red hoodie and a pocket in the front, black backpack. Unbeknownst to the Chow family, to Chai-Key Rick Chow, to Alice Chow, or to Andy Chow, he had a pistol in the front pocket of that hoodie. Unbeknownst. They didn't know. We know that to be true because that video will confirm all of those things. Confirm that he walked around the store, had a conversation with them. At no point did he ever threaten them. At no point did he ever curse them when he was being falsely accused. He didn't spit on them. He never attacked them. He calmly walked through the store and calmly denied stealing anything from that store, which again was true. The truth in this case is that Cyrus did what you'd expect an adult to do in that case. He walked away. He tried to create distance every time he was confronted. But for some reason, Chai-Key Rick Chow wouldn't believe him. He couldn't believe him for some reason, although the evidence will show that he took nothing from that store. The evidence will show that after they chased him out of his shoe, dropping phones around down Springtree Road, after he tripped over a curb, fell, dropped his backpack, we believe that gun spilled out of that pocket. And within moments after that gun spilled out of that pocket, that man shot Cyrus Carmack Belton in the back with a .45 caliber pistol. Now, we believe evidence will show that soon after EMS and others came on the scene, Chi-Key Rick Child tried to say, hey, I was defending my son. But the interesting thing about this process is that you're going to have an opportunity at the end of this case, that you've heard all of the evidence from this witness chair, to assess what you've learned and what you've heard. You get a chance to assess that, and I'll ask as you start asking those questions that bounce around in your head, in what world do you get to falsely accuse a 14-year-old of stealing, chase a 14-year-old 130 plus yards down a road while you're armed with a pistol, shoot that person in the back, then claim you're defending your son? Folks, it's for that senseless act, for that ridiculous act, for that heinous act, that Chi-Key Rick Chow, the defendant in this case, has been charged and indicted with the crime of murder. And it's for that crime that we, the prosecution, Dale Scott, Stephanie Taylor, and Weston Leifer, will be asking that you return a verdict of guilty at the appropriate time. Now, as prosecutors, we have something that's called the burden of proof. And what that means is we have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Chi-Key Rick Chow murdered Cyrus Carmack Belton. Now, reasonable doubt in South Carolina, our courts have defined it a couple ways, and I'll explain those to you. Reasonable doubt is the amount of doubt that causes a reasonable person to hesitate to act. The amount of doubt that causes a reasonable person to hesitate to act. There's an alternative definition that says that if you are firmly convinced of a defendant's guilt, then at that point they are guilty of a crime. But that's for you all as the jurors to decide. Now, as was mentioned a few moments ago, Judge Taylor is the judge of the law. And you've got to take the law as he gives it to you. So at the appropriate time, he'll advise you of the definition of reasonable doubt and every other legal standard and every other thing about the law that you're going to need to know. He'll advise you of those things at the end of the case at the appropriate time. But the cool thing about this process, just as he said, is that as Judge Taylor is the judge of the law, you guys are the judges of the facts. And you get to determine based on what you hear from this witness chair and the evidence that you observe, you get to determine what actually happened in this case. So you're probably asking, all right, well, how am I supposed to do something like that? How am I judging people about, as a witness? I suggest to you that just as you are judging my credibility and believability right now, that's a skill that you've developed over all these years that you've been walking this earth. I suggest to you that when you parked your cars this morning, you didn't leave your common sense in the parking lot. That's what you're using to assess credibility and believability. And that's what you'll be doing with each of the witnesses that comes up here. You'll judge that. You'll talk. You'll have an opportunity to determine if they had motive to say what they say, if they could observe the actual things that they're saying they observed. If they have some reason to change or to try to tell a story in a way that's going to help them. You'll get a chance to make those determinations at the appropriate time. And we'll ask that you do that. A couple moments ago, each of you guys took an oath to well and truly try the facts of this case. And what that essentially means is that you got to try the facts of this case, not some stuff that you may have heard out there, not some preconceived notions, not some ideas that you may have, but from the evidence that you hear in this jury room this week in this case. That's what you've got to do. Folks, I ask that you resist the urge to turn this trial into some type of commentary about youth and guns, because it's not about that. It's about a grown man who falsely accused a 14-year-old of stealing, chased him down the road while armed with a pistol, shot him in the back, and then claimed he's defending his son. That's what this case is about. And ultimately, those are the decisions that you'll have to make at the end of this case. Now, I expect that you're going to hear from several different types of witnesses this week. Some are going to be what we call lay witnesses, just people who just happened to be driving up and down Spring Tree Road that day. Folks who saw what happened, folks who watched the child chase Cyrus across the street and shoot and kill him.
Run the
We
lights
expect they'll
up.
have different vantage points, seeing things in different ways, but you'll have an opportunity to listen to them and assess what they saw. You'll hear from law enforcement, first responders, people who saw what happened and talked to witnesses out there on the street immediately after it happened. Some body cam, meaning the body cameras that they're wearing when they're talking. You'll see some of those things. Take that information.
Hold on, there's no reason we only had 13 likes. We've been here for 40 minutes. We only had 13 likes. There's too many people in here. Let's either get the concurrent viewers down or get the likes up, plain and simple. Get the viewers down. Some of y'all leave or hit the like button. Don't be in here lurking, watching, not interacting. Hit the like button or get the hell on. We'll sit right here and be quiet. We can sit in silence. They on a 25-minute break. We can be too. I promise. I don't give a damn about the numbers. I care about interaction. Run them likes up. If I don't see them likes go up, I promise we can sit here in silence. Sorry to the OGs. Sorry to the daily supporters. All you newbies, everybody sitting around not doing nothing, not engaging, not interacting, please leave. If you can't hit the like button, leave. I'll go on mute and turn my music on. I swear to God. And they know I'll do it too. Let me see. They back from openings yet? They back from break yet? You know you can go and watch it on your own, but if you want to watch it here, I need you to engage. I need them likes to go up. If not, we can turn this motherfucker all the way down. I swear to God. We got to get to at least 25 likes. And court, they coming back. They're about to start calling witnesses. Can we get 25 likes? Z, what's up with it? We had 20. We need 5 more likes. We'll keep this mug going. That's crazy. Likes are free. Run them likes up, please. Or we can sit here. They back in court. It's a shame that people will report you for doing absolutely nothing. I have done nothing to violate terms of service. I haven't singled anyone out. I haven't done anything to violate, and this is how sensitive people can be. But I bet you're talking about reporting, but I bet what you haven't done was hit the like button. I bet you haven't engaged. I guarantee you haven't engaged yet. It's a shame that you would threaten to report a channel that's doing nothing but bringing content within the terms of service. That's a shame, man. See how sensitive people can be, but you still haven't hit the like button yet. That's a shame. 2 more likes to get us to 25, guys. 2 more likes will get us to 25. I appreciate you guys showing love. Thank you. Mike C7, he says, I like your content, bro. I'm from Charlotte. Thank you, bro. Z, hype the likes. Thank you, Z. Marlon says, I don't live far from where this happened. It hurt so bad when I found out what actually happened. Yeah, man, it's a shame. Shout out to VA. I see you, George. VA757. Shout out to Mills. She says, shout out to North Carolina. Mike from the Ville says, all you got to do is hit the like button if you like the content. It's a simple request. And Mike from the Ville said he is in the 904. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. And we are at 25 likes. We are going to continue going. King James says, good thing I'm a lip reader. You funny as hell, King James. I rock with you for that, man. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We're going to keep running it up. We're not going to worry about any negativity or any hatred. We're going to keep moving forward. 25 likes. Y'all so aggravated, man. Let's keep going, you know, tonight. Thank y'all. Live is chat in the game. Most aggravating chat in the game, but the most appreciated chat in the world. We're going to play catch up now. Let's go.
Richmond County Sheriff's Department.
Okay. And what were you?
Told you they was back live. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Do you recall the night of May or the late afternoon of May 28, 2023?
I do. I was working on shift that night.
Okay. What were you up to around 8 o'clock?
We were dealing with a few individuals who broke into an apartment off of Ranch Road, and then I was dispatched to 7441 Parkland Road.
Okay. So you're dealing with, what'd you say, a break-in of some sort on one part of town, and then you said you're dispatched to 7441 Parkland.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what was that in reference to?
The Parkland call?
Yes, sir.
In reference to a shooting hit, so someone got shot.
Okay. What is that 7441 Parkland Road?
That is the Shell gas station.
Okay. And is that in Richland County?
It is, sir.
Okay. Is that where you initially responded?
I did. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you, sort of generally, to orient the jury. That location, that Shell gas station, 7441 Park Lane, it sort of sits at the corner of 2 roads. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Obviously Park Lane Road.
Yes, sir.
And then what is the road that cuts up beside it?
The secondary road is Spring Tree Drive.
Okay. And Spring Tree Drive, does that dead end at some point?
It does. It goes into an apartment complex called Willow Oak, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Shout out to Gregory Bean for that $4.99 super chat, super step. Let's go. Like button shouting.
Let me show you a number of pictures that sort of show that area.
You got to make some noise for that.
14 through 31.
Now we sign.
Just generally kind of recognize what you are.
You want me to look at all of them?
Just look through them and I'll ask you a question after you review them.
Okay.
Okay. Do you recognize those?
I do.
Do those generally depict that area we were discussing, 7441 Parkland and then Spring Tree Drive right beside it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Spring Tree, you talked about it dead ending at some point. There needs some parts there. How would you describe Spring Tree Road?
It's a road that goes to a dead end. There's 3 apartment complexes. We have 220, 250, and then 100 Willow Oak Drive.
Okay, is it a hilly road? Is it a wide road? Is it a narrow road? Is it a flat road?
It's pretty flat.
Okay, is it a curvy road? Is it a straight road?
It's a straight road, like a straight shot.
Okay. Now you said the call for service had you going to 7441 Park Lane Road, which is that Shell gas station. Were you directed elsewhere after you arrived on scene?
Yeah, so when I arrived on scene and stepped out my patrol vehicle, I was flagged down to go slightly further down towards 220 Springtree Drive.
Okay. So you go to the Shell gas station, and then later you're rerouted up farther up the road.
Yes, sir.
On Spring Street. And then you went immediately to where you were directed to go.
Yes, sir.
And what did you observe once you got there?
I observed Barrel Mike, or a black guy, laying on the ground with a bystander doing chest compressions on the individual, and multiple witnesses just standing by.
Okay. Did you later learn who the black guy was who was on the ground?
Later. Yes, sir, I did.
At the time, did you understand him to be the victim of the shooting that you were responding to?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said he was, medical aid was being rendered on him when you arrived, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. And so what did you undertake to do once you arrived on scene?
I just told the individual continue to do chest compressions due to EMS being like 10 seconds away.
Okay. Were you first responder?
I was first deputy on scene.
All right. It's kind of state does all they're identified. It's going to be states 14 through 31 for admission and evidence.
Any objection? No objection. All right, I think it is state 14 through 31 without objection.
Okay. And permission to go ahead and start publishing.
Yes, sir.
I just want to orient the jury. Do you mind just kind of explaining some of these things if I put them on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stephanie, can you have states 15?
All right, guys, this was a curveball. This was not in the plans. We have other things in the titles. If y'all want to continue to watch this, or do you guys want to continue with the trial, or do you guys want to get to the titles that we had? Either way, we're still going to end at the same time regardless. So it's up to you guys. I'm going to put a poll up.
That's going to be Park Lane.
All right. And that red roof structure is what?
That's going to be Shell gas station.
Okay. The road that cuts between from Park Lane and then goes to the left of the picture is what road?
Springtree Drive.
Okay, and that's what you were describing earlier.
Yes, sir.
And these are the apartments we see the roofs of. If we're looking at stage 15, and we're looking from right to left. On the left side, you see some swimming pools and whatnot. Those are the apartment complexes you're talking about?
Yes, sir. That would be 220 Springtree, and then a little further down would be 250 Springtree.
Okay. And so your testimony is you arrive at 744 on Park Lane and you're directed farther down Spring Street.
Yes, sir.
So you're talking about this being Park Lane, that being the Shell gas station.
Yes, sir.
Where you arrive, and then you're directed down this way down Spring Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you see generally where you found the victim of the gunshot wound in this picture?
Yes, sir. So if you look where the little wooded area is, so bring your little stick, yeah, about right in that area right there.
Okay. And that's where you were talking about seeing, you call him the black guy. Do you know him now to be Cyrus Carmack Belton?
I do.
Okay. And he was lying on the ground. You said people were rendering aid to him.
One bystander, yes, sir.
Okay. Did you also see the defendant, Mr. Chow, at the scene at that time?
I did.
Did you understand who he was when you first arrived?
Not at all.
Okay. What were you doing? I mean, were you securing the scene? Were you collecting evidence? What exactly were you doing?
So one was trying to secure the scene. I was informed that there was a weapon on the ground, so I wanted to secure that in the back of my patrol vehicle, while also setting up crime scene tape and let EMS do what EMS does.
Okay. When you left the 7441 Park Lane to go to where the victim was, did you walk up the street or did you drive your car up the street?
I drove my patrol vehicle.
Okay. How would you describe the distance between that Shell station to where the victim was found on the ground?
I'll say about like 130 yards.
Okay. I mean, would you describe that distance as being significant in any way, or why did you walk from the gas station up to the?
It seemed pretty far.
Remember me showing you some drone footage that sort of shows a video going from the gas station up the street to where the victim was?
Yes, sir, I do.
And did that fairly and accurately depict what you yourself witnessed whenever you drove from the gas station up to where Mr. Belton's found?
Yes, sir.
This is states number 2. You recognize that in the drone video?
I do.
Now, the state does offer states number 2 for additional evidence. You, Jason? Come on, hang on.
Subject to conversation, no objection.
All right, be admitted as states exhibit 2.
Okay. And permission to publish?
Yes, sir.
All right, before you start, Stephanie, all right, what are we looking at right here? Just and I hate to keep belaboring the point, but I want to orient everyone with what we're looking at here. We're looking at this first shot, stage number 2. We're looking to the left. First of all, about the Shell station at 744 Park Lane.
That is.
All right. Now, Deputy English, if we're looking back this way, that would be Park Lane, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in this road right here, we see a couple of cars on the side. That would be Spring Tree.
That is correct.
And of course, Shell gas station sits on the corner, Park Lane, Spring Tree, which you already testified to.
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize this as the front entrance to the gas station?
I do.
Okay. All right. You can play.
They need better mics in this court. They had better mics in the court case for Fulio. They need better mics in this court.
Okay. Press play.
He didn't even steal nothing. This how far they chased him down? Way over here. He didn't even have anything. He didn't even have anything. He didn't take anything out of that store. Look at that drone. See the shadow for the drone right here at the bottom?
Okay.
That's how far they chased that.
The end on that video, is that essentially where you found Mr. Carmack Belton
That
on
is.
May 28, 2023?
Yes, sir, that is.
Okay, and that accurately depicts the pathway you would take to get there from the gas station?
Yes, sir.
2 more lights. Run the
All
lights
right.
up, please.
You talked about seeing
Bob, what up
Mr.
with it?
Belton and aid was being rendered. Do you remember the fire department showing up?
I do. I remember EMS and fire department showing up.
Okay, you remember EMS showing up. Do you remember eventually Mr. Belton being taken away in the ambulance?
I do.
Okay. At this point, he's being taken care of. Does your focus shift to crime scene integrity?
It does.
And so did you put out crime tape and whatnot?
I did. I put out crime tape.
And a crowd started to gather at that point, or were there people on scene other than Mr. Chow and Mr. Belton?
There was just bystanders, some who heard it, some who witnessed it.
Okay. And did you at some point try to speak with some of them?
I did.
Okay. At some point while you're out there, did you begin locating evidence?
I did.
Okay. You remember a backpack?
I do, a black backpack.
Okay. And where was that?
Like in oh, you can't see it from the picture.
We'll go back to the number 2. Let me see if we can.
How scared you got
It
to
was
be to
located
chase
at
someone
drainage
130
ditch.
yards?
And I'm gonna get to it in a minute, but you're yeah, you see, all right, this is this is state's number 26.
Oh,
This
Marley.
is not admitted indefinite. So you can see. 26. All right, do you recognize these two poles right here?
I do.
Okay. And do you recognize this stand of Bradford Pick, these trees right here?
I do.
Okay, and would you agree that where I'm pointing this pointer is essentially where Mr. Belt was found?
That is correct, yes, sir.
Okay. And the drainage that you're talking, or the drainage, I guess, how did you describe it?
I call it drainage ditch.
Okay. Is that what you're talking about right here?
I am.
Say again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you say you found down that drainage ditch?
Black backpack.
Okay. And did you come to understand who that belonged to?
At the time, we didn't, but we later found out who it became.
Mr. Belton?
Yes, sir.
Or was associated with him somehow?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you collected?
I did.
Okay. What else in this general area that we're looking at, state number 26, did you locate?
A shell casing,
Okay.
and then a tactical light.
Okay. Were you wearing a body-worn camera at the time?
I was.
Okay.
See, now in this case, this young man had a Taurus handgun.
What is that?
It wasn't in his
It's a
hand though.
Attachment that you can put on a firearm,
Okay.
like a pistol.
And
It wasn't in his
something you would,
hand.
Manually put on a pistol?
That is correct.
Are these common or uncommon?
Pretty common for people who shoot, I guess, towards the nighttime.
Okay. And what do? They provide like a flashlight. Some have like a laser to help with accuracy,
Yes, sir.
help with vision. Do you own pistols with tack lights?
Me personally?
Yeah. Or have you ever been issued one, or have you ever?
At the sheriff's
operated
department.
one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said they are not uncommon.
That's not uncommon.
All right.
Shout out Gregory Bean for the
What
199
else
super
did you
chat.
find?
90s
You got the
baseball
backpack,
card
you
haircut
got the
having that. Let's
backpack.
go.
Tack light was attached to a gun or not?
Much
attached
gratitude,
to a gun?
It
brother.
wasn't attached to the gun.
Okay. And it was just lying somewhere in this vicinity here.
Yes, sir. It was located near the shell casing.
Okay.
Also located.
And so you found a tack light and you found a shell casing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you mark those anyway?
I did.
Ken
You
Griffith
said,
Jr.
I
looking.
started to ask you at least. You had a
Bo
body-worn
Jackson
camera at the
haircut.
time?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
shut up, my
And
bad.
it was operational?
It was.
Okay. You
Baby
should
Bo
use stage
Jackson.
number 1, see if you recognize this.
I do.
The kid's gun was
And
never
is
in his
it-
hand.
Now,
The gun actually fell. No, the gun fell out of a book bag. Run the lights up, guys.
Portions
Don't
of
shut
it.
up.
Okay.
You watched that earlier today?
I did.
And
All right, we're gonna
aside
watch the
from
trial,
that,
y'all.
The agreement by everybody that portions would be muted, does it fairly and accurately represent what you yourself witnessed?
Yes, sir.
May 28, 2023.
Yes, sir.
See if I can turn them up some.
Now, the subject of yesterday's ruling is objection to states number 1. And we've also been given states 32 through 43. No objection.
32 through 43.
Yes, Your Honor, 32 through 43, which are stills from state 1. Can you want that up there? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. All right. United States at this time offers states number 1 for admission to evidence, permission to publish.
Subject to yesterday's pretrial motions, and they'll be admitted as stage 1 without objection.
Hey, where's he at?
chats up. What's up, Gio? Y'all run the chats up. Run the likes up, please. Run the likes up. Warning, this may be a little disturbing. Warning. And I think I may need to cover this up for YouTube. Hold on. Okay, they're not showing it.
Okay.
Alright, they're not showing it. I was about to say YouTube ain't gonna allow that, y'all. I'm gonna have to blank the screen or something. When they get too close, I gotta blank it out, y'all. I gotta do something. Okay,
Yes, sir, I see that. Okay. Keep doing compressions, man. The MS is right there. Hey, y'all stand back. Stand back.
This long crime chat is so racist. They keep saying in your ghetto, they saying stuff like in your ghetto, little kids with guns is not a problem and it's normal. Bruh, listen. It ain't even about him having a gun. He never pulled it. You don't get to kill somebody just because they have possession of a gun. That's what y'all not understanding. They over there expressing their hate so bad. They got so much hatred in their heart. Possessing a gun don't give you a reason to kill nobody. If that's the case, all of us would be dead because everybody got them. Don't show that. I ain't gonna be able to hold on, y'all. I gotta switch the camera if they show the body. I gotta switch the camera if they show the body. Y'all forgive me.
Hey, just don't cross it. Thank you.
Ready to walk through.
59 is in the back of my trunk.
Terms of service, y'all. YouTube
59
TOS.
placed right here is in the back of my trunk. I go down there, Sarge. I got it.
I don't know how long crime
You see
get
it?
to do
I
it.
got it.
Damn. Super cop, man, he gonna slide down this shit. He gonna slide down like a movie. They bringing the body over there. I'm gonna have to check. Sure ain't still there, man.
You want to go get that one? Are you the one who shot him? What's your idea? Hey, Sarge, I got a store clip right here. Alright, come back to my vehicle. Come on. Right now, he's talking to me. He's not talking to y'all. He's at the back of my car. Stay right there, okay?
I just know where are you scared of somebody so you run behind them? In what world are you in fear so you chase somebody down?
And then I seen them over here with them, and I was like, oh, he looks unresponsive, so I came and he likes us.
Okay, all right.
You can't play vigilante, bro. You can't take the law in your own hands, bro. You can't take the law in your own hands, bro. Run them likes up. We should be at 35 likes. We should be way above 35 likes. Run them likes up. Y'all playing today, and I'm allowing y'all to do that. That's because we ain't gonna be here long. Y'all really playing today, but it's all good. How are we not at least 50 likes right now? Y'all are crazy.
More? Hey, get over here. Get over here.
I'm ashamed and appalled at you.
Don't let me forget I have your ID.
This nigga said, don't let me forget I have your ID. He just shot somebody. Nigga, he shouldn't be going nowhere. You should have his ID for months.
Hey, sir. Sit at the back of my car. Do not move. Thank you.
Why is he not cuffed?
Hey, Mel. Anyways, I need y'all to get in the street this way. I need something else to tie to. I'm trying to do a picture, but I need something else right here. What's that? Hey, that's a
He about to wrap the shit on bro leg.
That's the track light coming with it. Yeah.
Okay. That's where you were noticing the tack light right there, you're pointing to it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then did you do anything to mark it at the time?
We did. I want to say like a card.
I'm not gonna stop it again, but after that, is that about whenever you find the shell casing and you point it out and mark that as well?
Yes, sir.
Do you even know why he's
The hell is that?
You have any idea? Can I do that for me? Thank you. Sir, stay right there. Stop moving. Stay right there. Stay right there. U.S. Sarge, come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
The assailant is not in cuffs. You got randoms just walking around, standing right there at the crime scene where the blood is being cleaned. It's like, is she standing right there? I don't know why they got it muted. I guess she's... They can see her. They might as well. Run the likes up, man. Run the likes up. Unfortunately.
And I promise you, okay, we're gonna get to you, okay? Thank you. Sir, I need your voice. Do not cross this tape. If y'all cross this tape, sir, don't pick up anything off the ground either.
Obviously,
If you cross it or pick up anything off the ground, I'm charging you with obstruction. That should be good for now. Did you be giving my guy's name? I'm gonna say no, watch out for a shell casing. Yeah. Yeah, I got his ID. Actually, I haven't ran him yet, but I'll get him down for you. Run down. He went down there to do something and he came back. I didn't know if he was a suspect or what. I don't know. But he's been there. We have this hack laser and we do the attack light right here. And then the shell casing looks like a 45.
No, a convenience store owner took the life of a 14-year-old kid that they accused of stealing that. Video evidence shows never stole anything. They chased him down 130 yards and shot him in his back. And trying to claim self-defense in South Carolina. That's what's going on with this case.
Thank you. It's just weird because the rounds that's in there doesn't match for 45 minutes of it.
I'm gonna have to go back and redo this thumbnail and change the title. This is what we're watching. I ain't gonna lie, we've been here this long, we're gonna stay here to the end. So. Not the end of the case, the end of my time on YouTube.
I don't think the backpack has anything to do with it at all. What's all around with the case?
can't hear shit he said. All the witnesses are redacted. We can't hear nothing he's saying. No, Frankie Lyman is the first cop on the scene. The guy who actually shot the teenager. Hold on, while we have time, let's see if you can play this. They got all
Well,
that
3
redacted
years
shit.
after the deadly shooting of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, the man charged in his death is now going to trial. Rick Chow is accused of murdering the teen outside a gas station that he owned on Park Lane Road. News 19's Kiki Gushu is now live in the studio and has more on what's ahead of this trial. Kiki.
This case dates back to Memorial Day weekend of 2023, when investigators say a confrontation over a suspected shoplifting turned deadly. May 28th, 2023. Authorities say 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton was shot down the street from a convenience store on Park Lane Road after store owner Rick Chow suspected him of shoplifting bottled water. Investigators say Chow and his son chased Cyrus toward the Springtree Apartments, where Chow fired a shot into the teen's back, killing him. The next day, Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott addressed the public.
We're charging the owner of the store, Rick Chow, with murder.
Chow turned himself in that afternoon. That same day, the community gathered to protest and hold a vigil near the shooting scene as people mourned Cyrus's death.
Stop for a moment of silence for this young brother's life.
As far as you know, were you the first one to speak with Rick Chow as far as law enforcement is concerned?
Yes, sir.
I noticed there was some confusion. At first, whenever you find the gun, when you first arrive there, you seize that weapon.
Correct.
Okay, and then you find the casing, and there's some confusion because you say, you know, this gun. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You had not yet seized the gun off of Rick Chow at that point?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay.
So Rick Chow still had his gun the whole time?
32. Is this just
speak up, nigga?
Kind of a screenshot from your, this has already been admitted evidence. Screenshot of your body camera?
Yes, sir. That's when I originally went on scene.
Sure.
Man. All right, they on approach. Let's play some more.
Overnight, the Shell gas station was ransacked and vandalized.
It's going to break you to lose water. It's just unbelievable.
On June
He didn't even lose water. Nothing was stole.
2nd and 3rd, Cyrus's family held a viewing and funeral.
I'm just heartbroken with the whole situation. Like, I really and truly am. This is devastating.
Over the next 2 years, Chow's attorneys filed multiple motions, challenging evidence, requesting bond, and arguing self-defense under South Carolina's Stand Your Ground law. The family also filed a civil lawsuit against Chow and related business entities. Bond was denied in 2023, and subsequent requests were also rejected.
Every day, I wake up knowing
What's up with that hairstyle, Pops? Come on, now. You tripping.
that
What the fuck? Guilty for the hair.
I will never see my son.
And look how flat that wig is on the top. I'm tripping. I know that's not important, but damn and RIP, my condolences.
I'll never be able to receive one of his loving type hugs. I'll never hear his voice that was just starting to get deeper. I'll never see him graduate high school or go to prom.
In November of 2025, a judge denied Chow's Stand Your Ground defense, clearing the way for the case to move to trial. In April and May of this year, Judge Heath Taylor also denied several other defense requests, including efforts to delay the trial. Now, nearly 3 years after Cyrus Carmack Belton's death, the case is entering its next phase, with jury selection set to begin Tuesday in Richland County.
All right, they about to get back to the proceedings. I hope I gave y'all hope that update was clear enough just to catch everybody up. We'll run it back a little later. We can discuss it if we have time. Y'all know we jumped right on this. This was a curveball, so.
Yes, sir.
Oh wait, I gotta switch. I can't play it. They get close to that body, I gotta turn it.
That's going to be the 9mm that you collected initially?
Yes, sir.
No, I just want to give a great latitude and not objecting. bleeding. I understand that the state has a right to establish this, but the witness can come down,
My bad.
given
Take the time.
the stick, and he can.
I don't know how long that picture can stay there, bro.
I'm concerned about relaxing into the.
Come on now.
Most of this has been foundational thus far.
We're just trying to move it along.
Yeah, I'll overrule the objection. I understand, Rule 611 does allow limited leading to develop witness testimony.
Okay. We watched the body cam earlier, right?
We did.
And we saw you collect everything. And but let me just ask you, what is this black item here?
A firearm is a pistol.
Okay. When did we see that and did it go on your body cam?
When I first arrived on scene.
Okay, and what did you do with that black object?
Cleared it, rendered it safe.
Okay.
Placed it in the back of my trunk.
This is states number 11. You recognize this?
TOS, bro. We gotta operate under the terms of service.
What is that?
The firearm that's in this picture right here.
Okay. Now the state offers states number 11 for admission indictment.
And I appreciate y'all. Jamal Weeks, what's up? Shout out Mississippi. Purple Purple, what's up? Gio Roma, what up with it? Thank you, bro. George Paul, what's up? Mills, what's up? I'm gonna show you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Mike Revere, what up?
And if I may ask, who addressed the defense for this witness? That I'm current.
They stay with an approach. So you'll see, once again, people in law and crime chat. I'm not responding to that. There, I won't give them no. But I will say this: for people with an attitude who feels like the only crime here is mom, the kid should have never had a gun. The kid was being hunted down before a gun was even aware, for they were even aware if he had a gun or not. You don't know that he had a gun just because he had on a hoodie or he had a book bag. There's a lot of people in that chat saying, oh, he went in there with a hoodie and a gun. He wasn't just going to steal water. He had other intentions. Regardless of what you assume his intentions were, what were the actions? He collected his stuff and he began to leave. If the people who claimed to be in fear didn't badger him on his way out and then chase him down and hunt him down and stalk him, he would still be alive. None of his actions led up to a cause for death. And let's say he did end up brandishing a firearm because you guys chased him down. Is he wrong then? Because then he's in fear for his life. Because I'm being falsely accused and I'm being chased and hunted and threatened.
You took it back to the car and secured it.
Yes, sir.
Saw in the video a tack light.
Correct.
Okay. Let me show you states number 6. Tell me if you recognize this.
One more like to get us to 40. Y'all tripping on them likes today. That's okay.
Yeah, just look at it and see if you recognize it.
This is what I found on the ground.
Okay.
Talking to the mic.
Stephanie, would you put up states 35? He has identified, but I'm on for states number 6 for this 6.
Nothing that kid did was wrong except for being in the store of the wrong people, prejudging people who already had an opinion in their mind about who he was and what he came to do. That's the only thing he did wrong. Went into the wrong fucking
See
store.
those markers on the ground? This placard right here is there to mark what?
Evidence. It's a crime scene marker.
Okay.
Or evidence marker.
What specifically is
It's a tack line. I apologize. It's a tack line sitting on the ground.
Okay. The tack like we just introduced, the state's number 6?
Correct.
Okay, and let me have 37. Okay. Do you see, you talked a little bit earlier about a drainage ditch. Do you see the drainage ditch in state's number 37?
I do. This is the bottom left-hand corner.
This little area here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then AA, you just said it's a tack line?
Correct.
All right. Steph, let me have 38. All right, what is this? Do you see the tack line in this picture?
I do. This is before the markers were placed.
Okay. Well, in the body cam, it showed you throwing some pads and stuff down. What were you doing there?
So just due to me not having anything in physical possession, I just threw down my notebook.
Who pushed those placards down later?
The yellow ones?
Yeah.
Crime scene.
Okay. You recognize this item here in state's number 38?
I do.
And what is it?
That's a tack light.
Okay. What is state's number, let's see, go back, Stephanie, to 35. What is, in state's 35, what is that placard AB? What is that marking?
The shell casing.
Okay. And do you remember on your body cam when you located it?
Enjoy
on
that.
video?
I do.
Have a good one, brother.
Let me show you state's number 7. Well, you might not be able to identify, but do you remember it being there?
What's up, Dwight? Shout out to you, bro.
Marker.
Okay, state's number 7. I'm just going to get you to identify. What does it look like?
It's labeled as 45 caliber FFC. I'm sorry, FCC, or fire casing, shell casing.
Does it list the marker?
It does. It says marker AB and round.
So, but you yourself didn't collect that casing, you just identified it and let crime scene pick it up later?
Correct.
Okay. Noticed on there, were you present whenever the firearm was finally located on Mr. Chow?
Once I walked up, yes,
Okay.
sir, and they were taking it off.
Okay. This is state's number 10. Just look at it, see if you can recognize it.
I do.
You recognize it?
I do.
Okay. And what was that?
It says Glock 45 caliber on there. I think the model was a Glock 30.
Do you recognize it as the weapon that you yourself saw being seized from Mr. Chow that night?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so after the scene was cleared, Mr. Belton's taken away. What did you do next?
Ran the firearms, created a crime scene log, and just waited by for a crime scene. Informed the desk sergeant of what happened for the incident.
Did you ever have a chance to go back to 7441 Park Lane?
Yes, sir. Myself, along with other investigators, walked over or drove over on the two to look at the surveillance footage.
Okay. Did you go with
I appreciate
Investigator
it,
Jordan?
I did.
All right, and was your body worn camera on at that time?
It was.
Okay. And was it recording?
It was.
Thank you, Coach Ball.
Five more likes to get us to 45, guys. 5 more likes to get us to 45. Continue running the likes up, share the stream. This may not be a likable situation, but you know, we make the best out of it.
Let me show you stage 49.
This has been occurring.
Where we left off, and I know we're trying to get through a bunch of pictures, and I'm skipping around, but after you cleared the scene, we talked about the evidence of the scene, crime log and everything. Then you go back up to 7441 Parkland.
Correct.
Body camera's still on.
Correct.
Did you go in the store?
I did.
Okay. Were you able to further talk with Rick Chow?
I was.
Okay. And was Alice Chow there?
She was.
Okay. Who else was there?
Andy Chow, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Were you or were you not able to go back and review video with Rick Chow?
I was.
Okay. And was that filmed on your body camera?
It was, yes, sir.
Okay. Were you with investigator Ty Jordan?
I was.
Okay. Let me show you states 49 through 52 and tell me if you recognize those.
This is us looking at the security footage. This is multiple cameras on the screen. This one shows inside the store with Mr. Cyrus. This is a zoomed in shot of Mr. Cyrus at like a cooler,
okay,
I guess you can call it. And then the last photo is us talking with Mr. Chow and his son in front of the cash register.
Okay. All right, you're on the state hall for states 49 through 52 for admission and evidence.
Yeah, there's a 52, just the original objection as to 52, yesterday's pretrial hearing. Other than that, no objection.
All right, they will be entered as, or admitted rather, as states 49 through 52, subject to defense objection yesterday.
Okay. Tell me about, was there anything, what was it? Was it a convenience store?
It was.
Was there anything noteworthy or anything that you noticed when you go in the store?
So as soon as you walk in the store, besides the normal gas station stuff, once you walk up to the counter where the cashier is, I mean, they have like different things up there. Lottery tickets. At the top, there's like the wall of shame. And it's pretty big. There's multiple people that's been in there prior.
Okay. Let me show you states 52. Well, you already seen it, but let me publish it.
Give me a K, give me an E.
Who is this
That's
individual in
big.
stage 52?
That's
He?
Okay. Is he here in the courtroom?
He is.
Raise your hand, Jordan. Okay. And this is who?
Mr. Rick Chow.
Okay. Do you see Rick Chow here today?
I do.
Okay. Where is he?
Sitting at the table over there.
And this is who?
Mr. Andy Chow, his son.
All right. And this, what is this? Is this what you were just describing as the wall of shame?
Yes, sir.
So you're there and you clearly, this is your body cam?
Yes, sir.
At some point while your body cam's running, you go back, you said to the, where is the surveillance room? I guess with the cameras and all that.
Like behind the counter, there's like a little office space back over there.
Okay. Let me show you states number 49. All right. Where are we looking in states 49?
We're inside that office space, looking at the surveillance footage.
All right. And whose head is that we see?
Mr. Rick Chow.
Okay. Do you know, all right, what are we looking at on his laptop with the record in front of him?
Multiple cameras, like surveillance footage.
Double tap that string.
And there were a number of different camera angles, is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is that what y'all are reviewing here?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you states 50. All right. What are we looking at here?
One of the actual cameras, and then in the far right, top right side of that camera is Mr. Cyrus.
Okay. Tell me about Mr. Child. Was he able to demonstrate different capabilities with his surveillance system while you were there watching him?
Yes, sir.
All right. Such as?
He was able to find what area go backwards on when the individual walked inside, when he was walking around, when he walked outside.
Okay.
Any camera angle we needed to look at.
So he was able to access these different camera angles while you were there watching?
Yes, sir.
Was he able to reverse?
Yes, sir.
Fast forward?
Yes, sir.
Blow it up, make it bigger?
Yes, sir.
He was able to do all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
3 more likes to get to 45,
51.
guys. 3 more likes. Let's go.
What do we see here?
The photo, the photo from before, but zoomed in.
Okay, so he's actually taken the angle we saw before, but zoomed in on it?
Correct.
And then you were able to watch this particular video play out in front of you?
Yes, sir.
As far as states 51 and what it's depicting here, that video, that angle, what did you all discover when you watched it?
Mr. Cyrus, I think, grabs several waters from that cooler and then places them all back.
Okay.
2 more likes.
As if he decided he didn't want them anymore.
Okay. Well, is it safe to say that this is kind of the moment that y'all realized he never took anything?
Yes, sir.
Is this not a hate crime?
And all these, you've been able to watch a lot of these surveillance videos since then?
I would assume so.
And they were seized, your understanding as far as
I understand.
That's the young man right there with the hoodie. You saw his hair was out. He had a hoodie on, but his head wasn't covered either.
Surveillance videos taken from the Shell gas station?
I would agree.
The state offers at this time, state's number 3 for admission to evidence.
Well,
To be clear, we're not publishing the Weird Number.
yeah.
Man, it's a hate crime, bro. This somebody who had a gun and been wanting to use it for a long time. Couldn't wait to use it on somebody that looked a certain way. Dog, my stomach is going crazy, bro. I need to eat. Let's go. Run them likes up, y'all. 2 more get us to 45. Hey, this isn't anything new. If you'll see, you hear Tupac reference Little Natasha, like in the song Hell Raised Her. What'd he say? Natasha. As Rodney, Natasha, and many more. That's this was going on for years. That's not Hellraiser. That's that's Change. I think that's Change. He mentioned her. Change. Then hold on, Hellraiser. I'm about to tell you. Then
Yes, sir.
Hellraiser. Tupac say, "Dear Lord, if you hear me, tell me why. Little girl like Natasha had to
Who
die."
at the scene on the night of May 28th,
Never got to see the bullet.
2023?
Just heard the shot. Her little body
whoever
couldn't
said
take it. She
anything
shook
about
and dropped.
Cyrus pointing a gun?
Nobody.
Nobody. You were the first to talk with him.
Yes, sir.
Who at the scene on the night of May 28th, 2023? Whoever said anything about Cyrus pointing a gun?
Nobody.
Nobody.
What's up, Tokyo?
You were the first to talk with him.
Yes, sir.
The testimony under oath is nobody told you that night that Cyrus pointed a gun at anybody.
Yes, sir. No one told me that.
And in your body cam, when you talk to Rick Chow, what does he say? Does he say he ever saw a gun?
No, he said his son seen a gun.
Okay. What, if anything, did he say about Cyrus trying to run away?
He just said that he fell, kept running.
Okay. And then what did Mr. Rick Chow do as Cyrus was running away, in his own words?
He told him to drop the weapon, then proceeded to shoot one shot or fire one round.
Okay. And I noticed at some point he left the scene. Do you know where he went?
I don't know where he went. I can assume he probably went.
Well, don't do that.
All right.
He left the scene.
He did.
And we see in your body cam when he's coming back up to where Cyrus is, and you speak with him.
Yes, sir.
Speak a little louder.
All right, let me ask again. On your body cam, we see you approach him as he's coming back towards the scene. We know he's there when you get there. But at some point, you're able to meet him as he's coming back from Park Lane towards the scene.
Correct.
Okay. And at that point, it looks like you're telling him to stay put. You want to speak with him when you get a chance.
They're on reading.
Let me rephrase it.
Just rephrase.
Explain, if any, difficulties you had as far as having witnesses stand still and stay put. Do you remember anything about that in your body cam?
Yeah, I remember telling Mr. Chow to stay by my vehicle.
Okay. How many times?
Multiple. He kept moving around, so I kept instructing him to stay where he was.
Anything else that you were involved with that night? Evidence, at the scene, and then going back to the Park Lane and operating the body worn camera. Anything else you remember?
That's it.
All right, I'll just remind you. You talked earlier about the backpack, recovering it. This is states 12. Stephanie, can we put 33 up?
Five more lights get us to 50, guys. 5 more lights get us to 50. Let's go.
You recognize states 12?
I do.
What is it?
The backpack, of course.
And is that the same backpack we see in states number 33?
Yes, sir.
That you recovered from that drainage ditch?
Yes, sir.
You're on the state offer states 12 for mission.
No objection.
Be admitted to stage 12 without objection.
I just want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Let me ask real quick, but I think I'm winding down. You identified them earlier. States 10, states 7.
Yes, sir.
Stage 7 was what?
The shell casing.
From the marker AB.
Yes, sir.
10.
Firearm from Mr. Chow.
You know, the state, this time off for states 10 and 7 for additional evidence. Real quick.
All right, states 7 and 10 will be admitted without objection.
Only other thing that I think I just sort of left out. Do you remember? Oh, wait a minute. What, if anything, do you know how there's a timestamp on your body-worn camera video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What, if anything, and I'm looking even at States 52, did you notice anything about the timing when you were viewing the different cameras and camera angles within the gas station as far as times associated with those videos?
Yes, sir. I realized it was off by a few days as well as the time was off.
Okay. So the times and dates on some of the cameras from within the gas station didn't quite match up.
Yes, sir.
I had another stack of pictures I meant to talk to you about earlier, but they hid from me and I told you. This is 44 through 48, just quickly. Look at those. Look, you just tell me if you recognize them.
This is all about somebody trying to be a vigilante. The mother is actually the one who caused this, because the mother told something to the son in Cantonese, which prompted the son to go around the counter and begin to pursue the young man, and the father came following behind him. This is really all the mother's fault at the end of the day. The Chinese mother's fault, or the Cantonese mother. This is her fault.
In those pictures?
2 cell phones.
Okay, where are those located?
Right now?
Where were they in this picture?
No, on the counter.
Where? Where was the counter?
Oh, inside the store.
Okay, gotcha. Just a
2 more lights to get us to 50, guys.
Yes, sir.
2 more lights to get us to 50. Let's go. Why can't I see all the chats? Because I don't see who they are. I'm saying something wrong. We'll get them up out of there. I don't see them.
No objection.
All right, stage 48, 47 and 48 will be admitted without objection.
States 45 and 46. What do we see here?
You see a white shoe, almost like an Air Force One, located within the store as well, next to the counter where the phones are located.
Okay. States 45 and 46 permission there.
No objection.
All right, let me admit to states 45 and 46 without objection.
States 44.
Oh, that's the inside the store.
Okay. And that just does that
Judge,
indicate?
you do have an objection to that. Publishing it either. Pre-trial motion.
Damn, do I have him blocked personally? Because I don't even see it.
What number was that, Mr. Scott?
44.
All right. Go ahead.
Just fairly inaccurately depict rather.
Mike got him up out of here. I see that. I don't see it.
Yes, sir.
I see Mike got him up out of here though. He gone.
Be admitted to stage 44, subject to the
He
pre-trial.
must have been violating, bro. I see that. Hey, I must have him blocked or something. Mike got him up out of here. He must have been violating TOS. We are not an echo chamber. But what you won't do is violate terms of service or be disrespectful to anybody's race, sexuality, you know, all that kind of stuff, bro. Relax. You don't have to like us. You don't have to like us, even the skin color. But it's a way you can sit down and voice your opinion without violating. Be intelligent. Be tactful about your approach, and we might hear you out, and you might be talking shit about us the whole time. But we might give you the open floor. It ain't gonna happen that way. Too blatant, too bullshit. The fuck up out of here, brother. TOS. It's another RBD. It's another pre-skeletal. These motherfuckers be right there. They be on the verge, don't they? Like, what?
All right, anything before we break for lunch?
Just right for keeping it on, if you don't mind, I was just thinking this is okay.
Go ahead.
Come up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to confirm where I'm saying. You know, at this point in time, I would just do this one, we'll conclude with the witnesses.
Hey, quiet down, please.
At this point in time, the state has offered, number one, without objection, English body cam video. Number two, which is an edited drone footage video. My understanding is the unedited version they'll get us just so we have it in the true record. I thought it was coming from another one. If I'm wrong, that's fine. Here. That's what I'm saying. I'm just so nothing wrong with number two, Your Honor. Number three was a surveillance video which we put in, but we agreed subject to a potential objection if there was any hearsay that comes in. It was not published. Number 6 was placed in evidence, which is the tack light. Number 7 was placed in the evidence, which is the casing. Number 10, which is the Glock 45 firearm. Number 11, which is the 9mm firearm. Number 12, which is the book bag. And then items 14 through 48 are all scene pictures. Items 44 and 52 were subject to our objection. Item 47 and 48, 45, 46, 47, 48 were taken at the store. And items 49 and 52 were also pictures taken from the store. And that's the only evidence that we have that had been entered as a business. Okay, thank you, Judge. Short card for the record for you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, we'll be these with 2 o'clock.
All right, so I guess they're going to lunch. And while they're doing that, we can get to the topics that was in the title, right? Let's just do that. But first, let me explain what I was trying to say earlier about this case. And going into these stores owned by these other races, stuff like that. You know, Natasha. Tupac mentioned her so many times. Her last name, let me look it up. Harlins, Natasha Harlins. Like on Hellraiser, dear Lord, if you hear me, tell me why. Little girl like Natasha had to die. She never got to eat. She never even got a chance, just heard the shots. Her little body couldn't take it. She shook and dropped. Then he say, little Natasha ain't no place I'd rather be. In the sky. Thug's Mansion. Little Natasha so grown, tell the lady at the liquor store that she's forgiven. So come home. Maybe in time. Natasha was like 13 or 14. The lady accused her of stealing something. She wasn't stealing though. The camera shows she had money. She was at the counter with money in her hand. The lady shot her somehow. I don't know what happened. Ended up shooting her in the back of the head, saying the girl was stealing. She could have been turning around to go get something else. Anything, you know? And I'm just saying here we are again, basically the same thing. You don't know what they're not. I never heard about the little kid's possessions, if he had money in his pocket or whatever, but they are just, the difference here is this young man had possession of a gun. What I'm going to say is does that make this case more difficult? Does that give the defense some kind of a chance, even though there may not be proof that the gun had been pulled or even seen? But does it still give the defense some sort of a chance? Unfortunately, yes. don't be afraid. You're not your kids' friends, no matter how much you want them to be comfortable, and you have to have some sort of friendship with them so they can be comfortable coming to talk to you and tell you things that they probably wouldn't normally tell a parent, right? You want to have that open relationship, but at the end of the day, you're not a friend, you're the parent. Go through their bags. Go through their stuff. 14 years old, somebody should be checking these bags periodically. Maybe not every day, but every once in a while. When they sit that motherfucker down, when they come in and out that house, or they going in and out, yeah, check them bags. Hey, hold on, son, I love you. Come here, let me do some. Boy, I just got to do it. Yeah, I'm doing it because I'm your daddy. Yeah, I'm doing it because I'm your daddy. This is what I gotta do to make sure you ain't up to nothing. Let me check your bag, boy. Let me pat you down. You ain't got nothing on you, do you? Yeah, you know why? Because the world is gonna treat you like that, son. Unfortunately, I have to make sure that you aren't doing anything behind my back, even though I feel and I know you're a good kid. I gotta make sure, because the world ain't gonna sympathize with you when they get you. If they think you're doing something, it could end up like that. And this young man didn't have to be doing anything. This would have been, in my opinion, this outcome would have been the same if he didn't have a weapon. But him having that weapon gives the defense that one little inkling to fight and say, oh, he was doing something wrong. Because you go in that chat on any one of these court channels, everybody's saying, oh, what was he planning to do with the gun? The gun is the problem. They're trying to focus on the gun and think about people and their personal feelings. They could easily say, oh, I won't let any of this stuff, none of this affects me, race, situation, none of this affects me personally. They're lying. Everybody has some sort of effect. If you can't put that aside, the majority of people can't put their personal feelings aside to make a decision like this. So having that gun, that young man even being in possession of that gun, if he's all the way innocent, never had any intention on doing anything, him just being in possession of that gun makes the case that much harder to fight. Check on your kids. Make sure your kids ain't doing nothing extra. Even if they are good kids, their friends might not be good, and they might think that they're doing a friend a solid favor or something like that. Just that one time, one moment, one mistake, one little. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to these topics that we have in the title, right? Adam 22. You got some explaining to do. Well, everybody's grown, right? Nobody has no explaining that they have to do, but this was pretty controversial, man. Check this out. Tell me what y'all think about this, bro. Hold on, let me make sure we don't have another poll up right now. Shout out to y'all, and y'all know I gotta make sure I get to the stuff that's in the titles too, because then that could be like some kind of false whatever. So we're definitely getting to the titles now. This is wild, bro. Tell me what y'all think about this. I'm automatically saying he's wrong.
How y'all feel about Adam using the phrase chimping out? Y'all gonna let Massa get away with that playing in your face? Okay, so what I said that some of them decided was very offensive is when I was in Vegas, there was at least one moment where we were acting crazy, drinking, taking shots, and I used Chud the Builder inspired language about myself to say that we were chimping out. I don't think that is racist. I think that, if anything, I was comparing myself to an actual chimp. And I don't think that there's anything offensive about reappropriating the language of our oppressors, which should be relatable. You, as a proud N-word sayer, you're reappropriating the language of your oppressor because it's emboldening. And when I say that I be chimping out, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I never even heard of the term before.
Yeah, me neither.
I never heard of that shit, and that's some shit old boy made up. It sounded like, right?
It's like chat room. It's like racist chat room.
I never heard it before.
It's racist internet shit.
But this is what I know. Black people as a whole, we tend to take the words of our oppressors and make it fashionable. Even in LA gang culture, you got dudes like the Harlems.
Not this though.
We call each other. That's how the word came out.
I'm talking about this. The tipping out. It's not nothing that you.
We'll never do that.
I'm just anti people telling people what they can joke about, especially with stuff that's like it's so like not offensive. Like people are just dying to find something to get offended by, and I ain't going.
Listen. You gonna have. You want to have to go because you just saying some shit.
Why are you put a pack of cigarettes in your shirt? What the f is that?
I'm on my greasy tip. That's what it is. If you say something for defensive, decide to fire your face up, then you can't sue nobody.
Hey,
you can't,
no, I can.
You can't.
And I will press charges.
Yeah, but listen, I'm pretty sure you would. But you can't say what's offensive or not. It's offensive to people. It might be don't be offensive to.
I've never heard a black person say that it would be offensive for me to say it about myself. I understand why Chud the Builder using it against black people is offensive, but for me to say it about myself, it would be like me saying like, "Hey, I'm a barrel of monkeys." Don't call yourself a monkey. That's offensive.
But that's being insensitive though, to people that what he's.
I didn't even know that black people were sensitive about that.
Hey, black people are some of the most sensitive people.
No, but it's also because black people have been dehumanized by being compared to apes and monkeys.
Here it comes. Just be ready, y'all.
He's all throughout
acknowledge the
history.
chimping shit.
I'm just talking about the. I thought they was waiting in the cut for this moment. Oh, you mother, Time, what up with us at Rumor and Trash Money Family Boxing is over, and we see it boxes we are going to see. Start streaming now. Yeah, you seen Dean, you seen what's this nigga name? Tank Davis. Javante Tank Davis was on the stream with Dean and AB. And AB said he getting back in the ring. 6 more likes to get us to 60. 5 more likes to get us to 60. Why are the likes so hard to press today? Likes are free, guys. Run the likes up. What is so difficult about hitting the like button?
Don't call yourself a monkey. That's offensive.
But that's being insensitive though, to people
We need 5 more likes to get to 60. Run it up, guys. It's free. The like button don't cost you nothing. Go ahead and hit that like button. Super chats are open and $ the Rumonati Network. If you want to see the channel grow, send $1 to $ the Rumonati Network on Cash App. Was Adam 22 wrong for using a blatantly racist term to describe himself, even though it's offensive to people of another race? And the person, hold on, let's just let it play.
I didn't even know that black people were sensitive about that.
Hey, black people are some of the most sensitive people.
No, but it's also because black people have been dehumanized by being compared to apes and monkeys all throughout
acknowledge
history.
the chimping shit because I never heard of this shit before. So if I was to acknowledge it, I'll be giving it life. I've never heard of this shit. The weirdo made up that's getting by the transgender.
But apparently it's got a lineage.
2 more likes to get us to 65, guys. Continue to run the likes up, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
It's like people have been saying for a while. I didn't really know that until
the trope of comparing black people to like animals and shit has been something since slavery and minstrel shows and all that shit.
And I am adamantly opposed to
this is a new iteration of that, and to act like we could just reclaim that and just you can make jokes about anything you want, but is it, kosher? I would say not so much. You know what I'm saying?
Know that.
Man, if they came up with a new way to dish the hood, I wouldn't know what the f they talking about. So I'm not acknowledging no.
And just like Adam said, hey, when I was saying chipping out, I was looking over my shoulder.
I was joking because I was with a bunch of black people. What the f do I care?
I know, but inherently, you know that it has a racist.
Then that makes it even worse. So hold on, Adam. See, you're digging this hole, brother.
Connotation.
I like edgy humor.
Yeah, but
I like edgy humor.
That's what I'm saying. So if you be edgy and somebody fire your face up, don't press charges. Don't be like
So the only argument that you have is that somebody could beat me up. Like,
don't get mad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to be edgy. Don't get mad if somebody fire your face up.
Well, if they want to fire my face up, then don't be mad if they get left right where they stand, because I don't give a about that.
But why?
So does that make Adam now? Boom. This is why I say on the thumbnail, Adam is chudding out. Because now, doesn't that make Adam the same as Chud the Builder if he feels like, okay, even though I'm using this racial term, I'm using this racist term, not against you though, I'm using it to describe myself. You may hear me saying it and take offense to it. So I'm saying it. I don't care that you take offense to it, so I might trigger you. I'm going to say it anyway, trigger you. You may react, and then I'm going to take your life, just like Chud the Builder. This is basically Chud the Builder. Adam is chudding out. You're chudding out. You're Chud that rendezvous amongst black people. What it seems, that's what it would seem like, because why are you so stuck and stubborn about changing something that you see offends people that you have some sort of camaraderie with? I'm not even going to say care about, right? That you have some sort of camaraderie with. If I sit next to you and I talk with you and we break bread or whatever, whatever the dynamics of the relationship is, if I tell you, hey man, that term you used, I take offense to that. You gonna say it again? You gonna stand on the oh, I'm not moving, I'm not budging. No, I should be able to say it. Because I'm not talking about you when I say the hard ER. I'm calling myself that. So why are you offended? And if you do something to me, I'm going to take your life right there on the spot. Come on, bro. You chudding out, bro.
I like edgy humor.
Corny, bro.
Yeah, but
I like
and then trying to disguise it as humor. Oh, it's edgy humor.
Edgy humor.
That's what I'm saying. So if you be edgy and somebody fire your face up, don't press charges. Don't be like right.
So the only argument that you have is that somebody could beat me up. Like,
you don't get mad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to be edgy. Don't get mad if somebody fire your face up.
Well, if they want to fire my face up, then don't be mad if they get left right where they stand, because I don't give a about that.
But why?
You're not going to scare me by being like, hey, somebody might beat you up.
But why not reclaim like the hard R?
Don't make jokes that you think are funny because somebody might beat you up is a very bad argument.
You don't say like a hard R jokes.
No, but I don't think that's funny. I do think that there's...
He had a point when he says it that way, but what he's taking away is the sensitivity and the respect for the people that he's disrespecting while telling his joke. According to him, telling the joke.
Stuff that you shouldn't say because it's so
now
offensive.
there's a line, but you're saying people shouldn't be able to say
I don't think chimping out is over the line in terms of a
why
white
do you
person.
get to decide that?
That's what I'm about to say.
No black person ever told me that they would be offended by this, and I'm finding that out live on the podcast yesterday,
Yeah,
and apparently I was supposed to know that.
It doesn't take Albert Einstein to know that racist ass people have been comparing black people to chimps and
I'm not
monkeys
comparing a
since
black person
history.
to a chimp.
I know,
I'm
but
comparing myself to a chimp.
That's where it comes from, though. That's where it comes from.
How? But I'm comparing myself to a chimp.
I understand what most man is saying.
But you're using the term. You didn't say, "Look at me, I'm acting like a monkey or a orangutan." You used the exact term that is used to disrespect another race of people. You used a derogatory term that's already been claimed to and attached to something that disrespects and offends a specific race of people. You could have called yourself a monkey in so many different ways without using that combination of words that you know leads directly to that.
I'm just using language that I derived from a racist streamer who I was made aware of because of the fact that he was extreme.
Yeah. We definitely do lives and shiesties because everybody ain't trying to be seen. You know? Hey, everybody ain't trying to be a star. Everybody ain't trying to be approached. I might have to make some noise. If I'm in Walmart, somebody might walk up on me and I might have to do something like the baby did. I might have to make some noise in Walmart like the baby. Yeah, that's why I got a shiesty on. And then also, what if I got in a car accident and my face scarred up and I haven't come to terms with what has happened to me yet, and I got to get myself together. Yeah, so yeah. Make some noise if you're doing a motherfucking stream in a shiesty. Let's go. That's what we doing around here. Shout out to you though. Thanks for the engagement. Hit the like if you like it. If not, salute.
If you painted yourself black right now and put monkey ears on and said, I'm a monkey, I'm just making myself a monkey.
Why would it be canceled? Exactly. Why would it be offensive for me to dress up like a monkey?
Because that's crazy with the history.
No. Adam can dress up like a monkey, but you can't say I'm chimping out. You can't say nothing that refers to anything that ties it to disrespect of another race. You can dress up like a monkey, say, look at me, I'm Adam 22, I'm a fucking monkey. But what you can't do is go around trying to use certain slang words, talk in a certain dialect, like just when like there's this guy, they say it's harmless fun. He's sitting there serving his daughter Waffle House, right, in his RV, but he's being rude. He's pretending to be a rude server, but he's doing what would be quote unquote stereotyped as the black people activities. He patting his hair. And the dialect he talking with it, you can't be, so you want some waffle? Well, there go your waffle right there. You see what I'm saying? So you're picking at a certain race when you're trying to say, oh, Waffle House, bad experience and stuff like that with your daughter, that people say, oh, that's so cute. He's giving his daughter Waffle House. Yeah, but look at the dialect that he's using, the people he's picking at. So Adam can dress up like a chimp all he wants, as long as he speaks how he normally speaks. Yeah, man, look at me. I'm Adam 22. Don't go out there and be like, yo, what up, dog? Yeah, no, don't say nothing. Don't use no kind of slang, no kind of dialect to insinuate anything black. But continue being yourself. Go out there. You can do your corn material in a chimp suit. You can sit there and let somebody put long flagpole in your wife, and you can sit back and watch or talk about it in your chimp suit. You could do all that. But what you can't do is use certain dialect. You can't use the terms, the derogatory terms. You can't say, look at me, I'm chimping out while you're doing that. You can't say, yo, look at me, dog. I'm with the homies and all that while doing that. You can't, no. So yeah, you can dress like a chimp all you want, but be your fucking self and say, yeah, I'm Adam 22 and I'm a monkey. Do that.
America that we're in here. You know what I'm saying?
A monkey is literally the closest animal to us evolutionarily.
But not just the monkey part. You painting your
It's the animal that I have the most.
You'd be doing blackface to become a monkey.
What if I painted like a nice tan brown? Like it doesn't have to be like a black person thing. Black people don't just.
Jesse, is there only one area ever? Does crime and run? Does crime? Is crime and poverty exclusive to one race in America? Just ask yourself that, Jesse, before you give credence to just one. Is crime and poverty exclusive to one race? What race has the most recipients of EBT? Which would be an indication of poverty, that you need some kind of help. You're below a certain financial level and you need government assistance. So why in turn would you then point the finger at one race? It's for everybody, bro. Everybody fucked up. Everybody messed up, bro.
Immediately have a monopoly over the existence.
But we're not talking about everybody right now. We're talking about this motherfucker, Adam 22.
Of apes. Like, what the
fuck? But they've been the ones that have been compared to them the most in America.
Man was so goddamn dumb. A white man was so dumb they thought we was apes.
Enchanted
they were
by
so
race.
stupid.
No. It's like you're so enchanted by racism that you have to find it in everything. You can't dress up like a monkey because a black person might think that I'm trying to dress up like them.
No, you're ignorant to history, and so you pass through nuances of that's like gaslighting black people into thinking I could say chimping out whenever the I want, even though this dude has been harassing black people and getting picked up by the FBI.
I don't have anything to do with him.
The FBI think that chimping out is racist harassment.
We don't know that. They haven't said that.
That's what they picked him up for. Targeted harassment.
They picked him up for shooting someone.
No, the FBI picked him up before he was arrested and said, you're targeting black people by saying chimping out. Are you a part of an organization?
He was using that phrase to dehumanize black people, which I quite clearly was not.
I know, but it's hard to tell when you're a white dude that looks like Chud.
No, but it's not hard to tell.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Just because Bell is cool with it doesn't mean it's hard to tell.
Nobody's mistaking me for Chud the Builder. Nobody thinks that the way that I was using it is a racist thing, unless they're really, really trying to stretch and
if I heard you saying chimping out and I don't know Adam 22, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy that you guys are so desperate to find something to be offended by. That
but you can't. But why don't we reclaim the N-word?
I can't even talk about a monkey. That's amazing.
Why don't we reclaim the hard R?
You know who's racist? Jane Goodall. What was she doing out there?
Why wouldn't we reclaim the hard R? No. That's way older. That's way older.
The hard R is still the hard R. A little bit.
That's a different word. In A and no.
It's like reclaim the hard R. If we're reclaiming everything, the N-word with the hard R is way older than the monkey shit.
Because one thing is offensive, all other things must also be offensive.
All these things have been used to oppress black people for centuries.
We found out about chimping out like a week ago.
No, but chimping out falls under the category of dehumanizing black people and comparing them to apes.
But I'm reclaiming. I'm not using it in a racist way.
Then reclaim the hard R while you do that.
Nobody has been able to explain to me why it would be offensive for me to reclaim that.
If you don't know history, then I can't contextualize anything.
I don't even know anything about the history of blackface.
Yeah, and you should probably look it up. Why? You might have a different perspective.
Because you hang around black people, you employ black people, and you say and do offensive things. And you think that you're allowed to offend people, and your defense is if I offend you to the point where you do something to me, even though you can't talk to me, we can't come to no understanding about what I do that offends you. So if I continue to do that, and then you in turn, I end up getting a physical reaction out of you, I get to take your life, which sounds like a setup and sounds like a Chud the Builder move to me.
have to know about everything that's ever
No,
occurred throughout history.
If you want to speak on how things are going to go with Black history going forward, you should have a little bit of sense about Black history that's
Chimping
happened
Out dropped
before.
like a week ago.
No, that's a category of dehumanization.
You
that's been
making
around for
assumptions
centuries.
about what Black people should get offended by is the actual racist thing.
I'm saying that chimping out is racist because it's comparing Black people to apes. And that
But
is
it's
the
not.
most simple take
But I
ever.
wasn't using that way. I was saying it about myself.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a hard R differently, but I don't mean it in that way. It's the same
So
shit.
because something else is
Oh,
racist.
so no,
what
this
I'm
is
saying has to be
racist. That is racist. Calling Black people monkeys is racist.
But I didn't do that.
I think you making a valid point, right? But I just know Adam, he got this dark humor. He finds shit funny. You know what I'm saying? But you lacking a lot of awareness right now, Adam. But
I think I'm plenty aware.
Yeah, no.
So I mean, you doing it on purpose?
No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. I think it's funny to take a phrase that was popularized by probably the most famous racist of recent memory and to recontextualize it to describe myself smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol while I'm in Vegas. I think that that's funny to take that phrase that we all know about, we're all now aware of it, and to recontextualize it in a distinctly non-racist way.
How? Because it don't affect.
Does he have a point? Does he have a point? Or was that some bush?
True, but how would you think the people who takes that offensive, that it hurts them to hear that, like when you chimping out, how do you think that makes them feel?
I don't think there's anything to be offended by.
Yeah, because you're not offended by it because you're not the one, the demographic who's affected by it. That's why.
And you think that chimping out was just invented by Chud the Builder.
Well,
That
we
just
didn't
shows
hear
how ignorant you are to
me and everybody else never heard about it. I'm sorry you spent so much time in COD lobbies.
No, I've heard you join a Call of Duty lobby and hear a black
Well,
dude
I'm a
start
grown
making
man who
ape
doesn't play
sounds.
Call of Duty. I play Duck
If
Hunt.
you've been on the internet since 2007,
And I've never heard someone
white people
say
say
it.
racist about monkeys and black people.
You hang out in racist spaces online. You show feet
you're
in
playing
racial chat.
I'm not gonna give Adam that kind of credit, bro. You don't get no, bro, because you don't have to. You can be somewhere like you can be on court TV and law and crime. You could be somewhere where this dynamic shouldn't even exist. You could be on the educational channel. You could be anywhere, and those chats you'll see somebody say something racist right here in the chat. On this chat, they come in here with the nonsense. Law and crime, they with the nonsense. CNN, all the chats. Anybody who goes live, Tampa 13, fucking San Francisco Bay 4, whatever that fucking news channel. It's all racist, bro. Adam, I'm not giving you no, bro. No leniency on this one, brother.
Rooms
with your Birkenstocks on. No leniency.
And I don't. I never heard someone say that. And I resent the fact that you're acting like that is such common. Everybody in the
This guy over here messed up, man. He messing around too much, bro. Let's quit messing around, bro, and get to it.
The world found out about that phrase from Chud the Builder.
I'm
It's
not
like
saying that you
1% of people already knew about it.
Were black people oppressed by comparing them to monkeys? Did you know that?
But that's not what I did.
But that's the category
You're trying to put me out to dry for something I absolutely
That's the
didn't do.
category of phrase you're pulling from.
All right, so Adam.
No,
Adam.
the category of phrase.
Yes, calling someone chimping out is the same thing.
You have to realize that you've now descended into self.
That's black people are monkeys, coded. What is the difference?
You just said black people are like, what the
That's
fuck?
what you're saying.
That's coding.
Not something I ever said or even came
Saying
close to
chimping out
alluding to.
and describing as that behavior is what you're
But
saying.
I said it in a distinctly non-racist way.
I know, but I could say the hard R in a certain contextual.
you
That's
can't.
not
You
for the
can't.
black
If you
people.
link
have
it,
to be
if
able
you're
to do
using
it.
that type of lingo, it implies that you're racist. If a black man is walking around saying blood, you're going to assume he a blood. If a black man is walking around saying cuz, you're going to assume he a crip. If a white boy is walking around saying chimping out, you're going to assume he a rapist.
I never did that.
You want to assume if you use the word chimping out, you're going to assume
But
he a
you guys
rapist.
see how you have to move the goalpost so much in order to try to...
How is that moving the goalpost?
No, it's just the world that we live in.
To be fair, I'm not even. I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even listen.
Last week.
To be fair, I wouldn't even say it. It's not even just white people who do that. That's just being universal. Asian people do it.
Yeah.
I'm Mexicans all the time, every day.
The
Always.
white man ain't even the most racist person in the world no more.
We're not gonna say. I ain't listening.
He is.
On that. All right, that's fine.
The Mexicans are more racist than the white boy now.
That
more
would
racist
be
than that
how we describe.
That's even
That's
more than
universal, bro.
Yeah.
That's not just only white people that use that. That's definitely universal. So I'm lost to how you even
I just
know that.
I think that black people should be more open to humor.
Black people are some of the best
I know,
comedians.
but they're
in the
really
world.
picking.
So that was your excuse. Adam knows about it. He didn't want to admit it. That's what that was. He said, I just think black people should be more open to humor. We were supposed to stay right there. We were supposed to stay right there. And only thing Adam was going to say was, you're not going to be able to prove that I already knew about the word chimping out, so you can't prove that. But I guarantee you he already knew about chimping out and the racist connotations. He already knew before Chud the Builder. I'm not convinced, Adam. You backed up off of that by trying to, you just deflected the conversation by throwing a whole nother, I think that's not what we talking about, what you thinking black people should in comedy right now. That's not the conversation. We're talking about you being aware of the word chimping out and all this extra racism that goes on the internet that you assume or that you pretend to know absolutely nothing about. That's what we're talking about. Y'all let him deflect that conversation. I'm upset with y'all right now. Sporty Face and the rest of y'all, I don't know, bro, name and Munchie, man. Y'all, how y'all let him get off the square and go start talking to a whole nother point? Fuck that point.
Should be more open to humor.
Black people are some of the best comedians.
But they really pick and choose. And that's what I'm saying. We just watched the Kevin Hart roast.
Sporty know it, but why did you let him? Come on, bro.
I just know that. I think that black people should be more open to humor.
Black people are some of the best comedians.
But they really pick and choose. And that's what I'm saying. We just watched the Kevin Hart roast that was chock full of some of the most racist jokes you've ever heard. And I think for the most part, people agree that it was hilarious.
And it was thoughtful
but
and
then
funny.
from time to time, people just decide like, hey, this random thing is over the line because we don't know who said it. We're going to go super offended.
I ain't fuck with that Kevin Hart roast.
Joke writers, you're taking a fringe
This
ass
is an
kick
argument
streamer.
from authority.
This is a fringe ass
This is an
kick
argument from
streamer.
authority. You're saying because they're professional comedians, they have a monopoly.
No, they
on
have
being
more
funny.
thoughtfulness than Chud the Builder. Is that not true?
I'm not
And there's
co-signing
racist
anything
jokes?
that Chud the Builder ever said.
But that's
I
where
think
chimping out came from.
He deserves to die.
But that's where chimping
I'd
out
just
came
like to
from.
make that perfectly clear.
Whoa, the views and thoughts expressed on these videos that we are watching under the Fair Use Act for education, entertainment, research, commentary, and satirical purposes only do not necessarily represent the views and thoughts of the Rumonati Network, its annoying host, or its aggravating chat. Whoa. I don't second that emotion. I can't say that, bro. Whoa.
That's where chipping out came from to you.
To me, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's perfectly fine to parody a famous racist that we all agree is
I know,
a
but
piece
you're not
of shit.
parodying
Yes,
it.
I
It's
am.
us
Yes, I am.
saying we're
Yes, I am.
beating out. You're just saying the
taking-
racist
I'm
phrase.
taking the language that he was using.
You heard what Moose just said. Parodying it would say I'm not going to say that. I don't want to offend nobody. He doesn't care about offending people. That's the difference.
To me, yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's perfectly fine to parody a famous racist that we all agree is
I know,
a
but
piece
you're
of
not
shit.
parodying
Yes,
it.
I am.
It's us
Yes, I am.
saying we're
Yes, I am.
beating out. You're just saying the
taking-
racist phrase.
I'm taking the language that he was using to oppress black people, and I was using it to describe myself drinking tequila in Vegas. I thought it was funny. Obviously, there's some people on this podcast who are addicted to being offended
I'm
by
just saying how
everything,
you can't
and
see
I
it
think that
any
that's
other
goofy
way
as
than
fuck.
just, we need to reappropriate.
No, I can see how other people would have another opinion, and I might be more thoughtful going forward about how I say it. But at the same time, I think it's pretty pathetic that everybody's just reaching to
But
find everything offensive.
you want to even dig that other perspective if you didn't
If you did, boom. That's what I was.
feel like there's credence to the argument that I'm making.
Exactly.
Tequila in Vegas. I thought it was funny. Obviously, there's some people on this podcast who are addicted to being offended
I'm
by
just saying how you
everything,
can't
and
see
I
it
think that
any
that's
other
goofy
way
as
than
fuck.
just, we need to reappropriate.
No, I can see how other people would have another opinion, and I might be more thoughtful going forward about how I say it. But at the same time, I think it's pretty pathetic that everybody's just reaching to find everything offensive.
You want to even dig that other perspective if you didn't feel like there's credence to the argument that I'm making. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel if
you just write me off.
Once you
It's
become
not.
reach a certain level when you are educated, you just move different. You don't have to use that type of lingo.
I got a question for you
You
guys.
can use whatever you want.
I got a question. I got a question.
We're trying to get through the donations, so let's make this a short question.
No, go ahead, Les.
I was going to try to help.
No, do your thing.
No, I was curious. So, if a black person said those same jokes, would it bother you guys?
No, not as much.
Oh, it wouldn't?
Picking and choosing.
Just like if Spody said the hard R right now, I wouldn't be like, whoa, Spody.
But Adam's
that's
this
right.
whole story he's telling is him and a black guy telling this joke.
But Vel is a different type of black guy, very accepting, very progressive.
What does that mean?
He's ranking black guys now.
So now you're moving the goalposts.
You are
So
okay with
every black person has to. If he said the hard R, I don't think Vel would be tripping too crazy.
There's nothing wrong with ranking black people.
That is
Doughboy,
that
he
is
allowed-
not
he go for
accurate.
anything, bro. He's a gopher.
Hey, listen.
This is not
We can all agree that if there was a black guy spectrum, the Doughboy would be on one very obvious.
There is levels though, right?
This has nothing to do with
offended.
That's like me walking in a certain neighborhood doing this. Hell Hitler. Hell Hitler.
Hold on. Whoa, this. Oh my God.
We're on YouTube.
YouTube won't allow. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. And that shows you not even. There's so much you can get away with offending one race on YouTube, but you can't do it on the other race. You can be terminated for that. For the other race being offended by something that you do on YouTube. But one race you can disrespect all day. You can have this conversation all day and it won't be no sensitivity. You see what happened? They said soon as he did that, he slapped his chest and started doing that move. What happened? Adam got nervous. Oh, we can't even do that. Oh, we can't.
There a joke about you saying something about the H guy? Yeah, of course. I think that could be funny. Obviously, people make jokes about World War II and Hitler all the time that are funny.
I get, but if I was around a certain community or demographic,
they would cancel you.
What would they do and how would they feel?
Freeze your bank
joke
account.
Better be funny.
I don't think
they take that serious.
Okay, if you don't think Holocaust jokes are funny, then
No, they're funny,
then
but
we don't have anything else to
the
talk about.
repercussions from telling it are going to be bad.
Josh's grandfather
That's like
died in the
when,
concentration
what's his
camp.
name?
That doesn't change the fact that a Holocaust joke can be funny.
No, that's like when Kanye said Hitler was so dope.
Offended by that.
When Kanye West said Hitler was so dope, he lost
The whole point of jokes is to offend some people.
Kanye pissed me off.
All right, but when Kanye said Hitler was so dope.
Run the likes up, y'all. Run the likes. So was Adam 22 wrong for that? In a nutshell, was Adam 22 wrong? All right. That's what we was getting at. Was Adam wrong? I pretty much spoke my piece about it, the entirety of the video, right? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. I see a tad bit of facetious activities. Y'all cool. Keep the engagement up. Just make sure you keep it the same way you're doing it. Discreet, because the minute you get obvious and overdo it, but we're well aware of what's going on.
Well, 3 years after the deadly shooting of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, the man charged in his death is now going to trial. Rick Chow is accused of murdering the teen outside a gas station that he owned on Park Lane Road. News 19.
This case dates back to Memorial Day weekend of 2023, when investigators say a confrontation over suspected shoplifting turned deadly. May 28th, 2023. Authorities say 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton was shot down the street from a convenience store on Park Lane Road after store owner Rick Chow suspected him of shoplifting bottled water. Investigators say Chow and his son chased Cyrus toward the Springtree Apartments, where Chow fired a shot into the...
She caused all of this. It was something she said that sent him to chase the young man. The young man didn't steal anything. The video evidence already proved it. Never stole anything. No signs of a weapon on him before. And if he had a weapon and he was leaving, then why would you send, her fault? All this is because of her.
The teen's back, killing him. The next day, Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott addressed the public.
We're charging the owner of the store, Rick Chow, with murder.
Chow turned himself in that afternoon. That same day, the community gathered to protest and hold a vigil near the shooting scene as people mourned Cyrus's death.
Stop for a moment of silence for this young brother's life.
Overnight, the Shell gas station was ransacked and vandalized.
It's gonna break you to lose water. It's just unbelievable.
On June 2nd and 3rd, Cyrus's family held a viewing and funeral.
I'm just heartbroken with the whole situation. Like, I really and truly am. This is devastating.
Hold on, get them likes up. Let's get the 90 likes. We at 79. It's 143 people in here. Can we get the 90 likes? We need to get the 90 likes before we continue anything. We need 90 likes before we continue anything. Before we move forward, we need 90 likes. We at 79. If we can't get to 90 likes, we need to get down to 100 viewers. Either the 46 viewers need to leave or the likes need to go up. 46 of them 146 need to leave or the likes need to go up, one or the other. Or y'all can send a super chat. Send a $5 super chat. I won't worry about the likes. But I need to see them likes go up. We need 10 more likes. We need 10 more likes. There's 158 people in here. Why are we not at least 90? We really should be at 100. We should really be at 100. I need to see them concurrent viewers go down if I don't see the likes go up. $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App if you want to see the channel grow, if you think I should purchase another mask, anything. If you want me to shut up, send $1. I'll be quiet for 60 damn seconds. Either way, I need to see the likes go up or I need to see the concurrent viewers go down. One or the other. The viewers going down is just fine. The likes would be better, but I could take the viewers going down. Okay, we at 129 and we at 87 likes, whichever one we get to first. 100 viewers or 90 likes, whichever one we get to first. Either way, ain't no reason sitting down, just doing nothing. Y'all want to see it? Come on, man. We need 95 likes now. Come on, bro. 95. It's taking too long. Eddie Wyatt, this might not be the place for you. I don't need you around, bro. That's what you're not understanding. This might not be the place for you, brother. This make me not want to watch. You make me not want to do it. What is you complaining for? Around here, we're interactive. You not here every day. You don't get your chat name. You don't get your chats read every day. You don't get your name called out every day. You don't know what kind of work we put in over here and what kind of love we show to the chat over here. It needs to be reciprocated. Or if not, we could just rock out with the OGs. I appreciate everybody new, but at the same time, it's a program around here and this is how we run it. The chat show love and everything is reciprocated around here. I show love back. If this ain't the place for you, find your space, brother. No offense. If you rocking out, make yourself well acclimated, bro. There ain't no hard feelings. We could do our thing. Other than that, hey, man, this is what we do around here, homeboy. We show love to the chat. I just seen my boy Slim Jones come in there. I see you ain't getting no notifications, bro. I know they ain't give out no notification. I don't know what's going on. You seen it yesterday. The hate is real. You seen it yesterday. I had to pin the chat. Somebody said, man, somebody holding you, bro. I feel like they holding this channel back. I know, but I ain't complaining. I ain't crying. I ain't doing nothing. All I'm doing is working through all of that. You can't blackball a black man. I was born with two of them, man. I'm fighting back with a black mask. Ain't going nowhere, bro. If this ain't the place for you, sorry. Not sorry. Move on. Around here, we show love, bro. Come on, bro. We ain't doing none of that. This ain't that place. Nigga, you don't you need to show. Oh, that's why I'm not leaving. Nigga, run the likes up. If not, get on. Dip. We don't need your fakeness around here. We don't need that, bro. We got people who come here every day and support and rock out every single day, bro. We don't need nothing fake. Fluff numbers. I don't do fluff numbers. That's why I say run them likes up. 3 more get us to 95. After that, I'll shut up and we'll get to the next topic. 3 more likes to get us to 95. Two more likes to get us to 95. We done got into this Adam 22 situation, man. We're going to get into what we got next. We also got, where is it? Oh my gosh. Where's C Murder's brother? The victim of C Murder's brother spoke out. Then we also got Sauce Walka and Honeykomb Brazy. They sat down and they had a chop up, you know? Let me find that video of Vic with C Murder's brother. Boom. This was it right here. All right. Let's check the court. Make sure the court still is in this. All right. We had 96 likes. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, guys. Okay, I'm about to get to it. First and foremost, before I get to the next topic, let me show love. Let me shout out the top supporters right now. Number 1, we got Gregory Bean. Number 2, we got Mike from the Ville. Number 3, we got Gio Roman. Number 4, we got Bob Molly. Number 5, we got XO Mills. Number 6, we got Dwight Brinson. Number 7, we got Did It Again. Number 8, we got, is that Michelle D? I hope I'm saying, yep, Michelle. Number 9, we got, okay, Marlon O'Neal. Okay, and number 10, we got Mintz 8. Shout out to Mintz, even though Mintz has opposing views, and I see what you're doing. As long as you just, you know, it's as long as Mike from the Ville want to entertain you. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't been too over the top with it. I see the opposing thoughts though, which is fine, I guess. I haven't read thoroughly to see if you're being disrespectful or not. But I do, you know, this ain't an echo chamber. Shout out to you. And honorable mention number 11, shout out to Michael Salt, man. Shout out to Michael Salt. I don't even know if he doing some dirt and talking crazy in the chat either. I don't even know, but shout out to you too. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to love you. You just got to be able to coexist. That's the thing. You can have all the hatred in your heart you want. What you can't escape is the fact that you're always going to be around somebody you don't like. You have to be able to coexist. You can say, oh, you guys do this and you do that, you do this. Yeah, everybody does something you don't like. Soon as, let's say all of one race was gone, you was left with nothing but one other race. Guess what? It's going to be some shit you don't like from them. You're going to wish they was away from you too. Everybody just looking for somebody to point the finger at and say, I hate them and that, and they all do this. A lot of the times you don't like yourself. A lot of the times there's something that you do that you haven't come to terms with, or something that has happened to you probably as a kid or something that you haven't come to terms with, or some type of moment that you felt you should have stood up and you were probably, that was like a moment of cowardice and you should have been brave and done this and you wish you would have handled it this way. Or some of y'all wish y'all have the balls to go out and do some of these racial acts that you see other people do that you don't have the nuts to do, so you just find chat rooms to get in and get it off and think that that's your way to affect people. I'll never do anything to you physically, so let me say something mean to you because I'm really nervous in your presence in real life. Shit like that, you know? So it's cool. I understand you need a place to vent. You need a place to let off some of your frustrations at times. It's fine. Can you coexist though in person? Because a lot of these conversations wouldn't be the same in person. A lot of these internet conversations and I'm not talking about anybody here particularly. I'm talking about people on the internet overall. I guarantee 99.9% of the verbiage, the attitude, the disrespect used in these conversations that you have on the internet, you wouldn't have the bravery. You wouldn't be man enough to look a person that you're offending in their eye and say those same things with that same vitriol, with that same enthusiasm. You wouldn't be able to do it. I guarantee it. That's why you guys find chat rooms and stuff like that to, you know, you're not one of those ones that's brave enough to do something or to act on what you feel. You just have a feeling and you want to get it off in a place that you consider safe. We know y'all. We know y'all. Shout out to y'all. Trying to weasel your way through. Anyway, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Let's go. What we had this up yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it today before we get to that last one. C Murder's victim, the alleged victim of C Murder. Well, he's being convicted. The victim in this case, his brother, speaks out about how he feels about C Murder trying to get an appeal, and everybody saying C Murder was railroaded and free C Murder and all this. This is the opinions of the brother of the deceased in this case. His name is George Thomas. And shout out to this channel, Crypto Jeezy. C Murder was not railroaded, in quotations. George Thomas speaks raw. We're using this under the Fair Use Act for education, entertainment, research, satirical, and commentary purposes only. The views and thoughts represented in this video do not necessarily represent the views and thoughts of the Rumonati Network, its host, or chat. Let's go.
Shout out to Rashid. Shout out to the twins, man. Good dudes, man. I always tell you, we have a difference of opinion in religion, but I like poking the bear sometime. Like, so I go in their chats and ask them a question because I know they're going to say something about religion. Yeah, man, shout out to Rashid. Shout out to the twins, man. One thing I respect about Rashid is never disrespectful. He say free C Murder, but he's always respectful, always on man time. So shout out to the big bro.
Okay, reflecting on that experience, how did it impact you personally?
Which one?
Okay.
He's always respectful. Root for his cousin, which he's respectful. He always on man time. Even though he still root for his cousin, which he's supposed to do, and he say free C Murder, but he's always respectful, always on man time. So shout out to the big bro.
Okay, reflecting on that experience, how did it impact you personally?
Which one?
The interview we did with Rashid.
It helped me look at things a little when I say a little different, like to understand what happened that night leading up to the altercation. And then him saying, like, my brother started it, and, you know, he still shouldn't have lost his life, but him explaining all of that stuff and was like, yo, he get it. And even now, I think Rashid like 50 plus. So he definitely understand if I'm in prison and I didn't do something, why am I standing on a code or whatnot saying, oh, I don't want to tell if you really didn't do it.
You recently shared a video from inside the club that appears to show C Murder with people running in chaotic scene. Can you clarify whether the footage is connected to the night of your brother lost his life?
No, that's the Baton Rouge stuff prior. But I always use that as an introduction for everybody that tell me, like, do the same. So I'm not saying that people can't change, because I'm pretty sure over these 20-something years that he has changed. And he probably has compassion for helping people and feels sorry for what he done. But I wouldn't know because, again, he never agreed to the sit down. And according to the homie E Solid, he's saying that it has to go through the warden and then C himself got to accept it. But whatever the case, I'm still trying to make it happen.
Well, C Murder did. He said he's willing to sit down and speak with C Murder, but what he's talking about the code is when remember that last interview that we watched and C Murder was talking about how his appeal got denied and he spoke out saying this ain't the end. They trying to railroad the real one. He kept saying the real ones that stand on real shit and real, you know, he was just talking, still having loyalty to the streets and not, basically he didn't sound like a changed man, like the situation had waken him up. And he sounded like the same guy he was when he went in. He had the same mindset. He was still on basically some street shit. And, you know, keep the guys. 3 more likes to get us to 100, guys. 3 more likes to get us to 100. Somebody said, who just said that? Gio Roman said, Jack Thriller. That's hilarious. Shout out to y'all. With all due respect, says, these the real black issues right here. Mike from the Ville says, I hate dude even got famous doing that. Hold on. With all due respect, says, Chud exposed that. He exposed that, though. If we being real, he got away with it for a while before somebody stole on the mic from the Ville. Says, end of the day, this is a place we come to have discussion and respect each other. Salute to the chat. Oh, yeah. At the end of the day, we don't have to necessarily agree, but just keep your disrespect. At least do it in a way where you can disguise it. And then I'll make an executive decision, me, Michael Mills, or whoever else we soon to recruit mods. We're looking for new mods. We'll talk to y'all about that later. Who who else, will make an executive decision based on how classy or how witty and you can be with your respect or excuse me, disrespect for that matter.
When was the first time you personally saw that footage?
When it happened, right when it, because it was all over the news.
That footage appears somewhat grainy. How would you describe what you saw from that perspective, and what did you take away from it?
That looked like somebody high on heroin, like the night of what happened with my brother. Another reason I played, and somebody won't play Super Thug, so you go in there feeling you untouchable, because dude ain't want to let you in the club with a gun, so you go in there trying to let off. That's what I took from it. It was what it was.
Do you believe individuals serving life sentences should be given a second chance after a significant period, such as 25 years?
No, I don't think they should be given a second chance based on time. I think they should be given a second chance based on if they changed or not. So somebody that's done 5, 10, or 15 years, if they got a repentant heart, like I said before, and they say, I'm sorry for what I done, or I'm even sorry for what happened, in the case of Mac that I always bring up, that person changed. That person's mind is not on street stuff. That person's mind is on doing right by their family and their community and making amends with what happened. Or you could be locked up 30 years and still I'm on gangster time and I stand on these principles and these codes. Then you don't need to come home because you're about to come home and be a menace to society anyway.
That's what C Murder said in his last interview we was watching. C Murder said that.
What's the single biggest misconception people have about the C Murder case?
That he innocent? So
it's crazy that this dude does look like Jack Thriller, and even though he has both of his eyes, there's a glare from a light up top or wherever it's at that keeps getting like right where his eye at, and it looked like he got one eye, like making him look even more like Jack Thriller. That's crazy.
Innocent, and he was railroaded and
see. Come on, man. Look at this Jack Thriller. Look, come on, bro. Jack Thriller.
Race played a part. So, yeah, man, you can't run from God. So I don't care. You could try to beat the system all you want, but the man upstairs see everything, and you got to answer for the stuff that you do. We all got to answer for that.
Do you believe the public form opinions based more on celebrity than evidence?
With this one or in general?
With this one.
Yeah, of course. So they going to say every celebrity is innocent. You got people still rooting for Diddy, and you saw what Diddy did. Oh, well, him beating up Cassie is not a crime, and that's not sex trafficking. And come on, man, all the stuff this boy done and was accused of, but because it's celebrity, you gonna say that he innocent or he don't deserve this. So that's what I think what happened with this one. So you got the Kim K's and all these people that jump on board and they try to make it about Louisiana and Louisiana laws versus my brother losing his life.
I don't think that he may be correct when he speaks on once he got to Kim K, the laws and them getting involved more, looking at the laws instead of the facts of the case with his brother losing his life. He may be correct about that, but that using Diddy comparison, I think that was a bad comparison because the facts of the case is Diddy was not, the video we see, that doesn't, him putting his hands and feet on Cassidy in such a horrible manner, right, doesn't mean that Diddy is doing any trafficking of a sexual manner at all. That don't equate. Us seeing C Murder old footage of him sticking his arm inside that club and trying to shoot that gun, but it jammed, is parallel with him shooting your brother in the club, because it's the same, it's shooting in the club. Hitting a woman and paying her to travel across, paying different people to travel across state lines and flying multiple people in and paying them for sex. That ain't the same as seeing a video of somebody punching somebody in the eye and kicking them in the stomach. Boom. That's sex trafficking. No, it's not. Bow. Oh, he just shot somebody. Oh, he tried to shoot somebody. That's parallel, fool. That wasn't no good comparison, dummy. What are you talking about? Let's get through this real quick so we can celebrate these 100 likes.
You said people online repeat narratives without reading the trial records. What facts do you think they ignore the most?
I don't think they read the evidence. So I think some of them are illiterate. I highly believe that. Because all they keep repeating is the stuff that they hear. And nobody actually goes into the facts. I placed everything online. I gave you all the documents, places to go look at it, places to get it. Nobody look at it. And then what I learned with a lot of the homies, and it's not no jab at them, but when I was in the feds, a lot of them are illiterate. So they hands-on, some full-blown goons. You teach them how to do something hands-on, they with it. Ask them to read a book. Right. They don't know how.
At the end of the day, this man is due his point of view. A lot of us are, I'm going to just say us, not necessarily me, but a lot of us are saying free this person, free that person based on celebrity, based on their status. Damn, I paused it right there. That dude look like Jack Thriller now with the thing over the eye. That's crazy. But a lot of people are saying free this one and that one because of their celebrity, because of their status. When at the end of the day, does anybody actually know? None of us. I don't know anybody that has read the paperwork for C. Murder's case. I don't know anybody that has studied the case enough to say they actually know the evidence contained within C. Murder's case. All I know is everybody was saying free C. Murder, he's a real one. And he didn't do that. And that shooting, that video that they got, that ain't from that night. He didn't really do it. That's all I heard. I haven't heard anybody, whether personal, whether somebody online, I haven't heard anybody who has broke down the facts of the case. So I don't know if this Jack Thriller looking mother effer got a point or not when he's saying C. Murder wasn't railroaded, and when they ask what's one misconception, he say that he's innocent. I don't know if he's wrong or not. But what I do know is he has a point. Nobody that spoke on it, it was always free C. Murder, and it's always because it's C. Murder. They don't know the facts of the case, bro. He not wrong in that point, in making that point. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Now, I don't know this brother, but does he seem like a fair person? Does he seem like if he really had evidence or thought C. Murder was innocent that he would want him to stay locked up? Just going off this one little 8-minute interview that I saw this is my only thing that I ever have seen of him to judge him off of. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, this isn't an evil man. This isn't a person who would want an innocent man locked up. If there wasn't enough evidence to convict, I don't think he just wants somebody, or he just wants it to be C. Murder, just basing it strictly off these 8 minutes. Now, I could be wrong. I have to do more research to give a thorough and true opinion. But right now, based off what I see, it doesn't sound like a guy that runs off hate and that just wants a void filled by having somebody in this place. I think he actually wants justice, and he really saw enough to believe and feel in his heart that C. Murder is guilty for taking the life of his brother. Now, I have to ask one question is, how the F did we get a whole 100 likes? We done broke the glass. Shout out to y'all. We done broke the glass. Let's go. 100 Lights in the building, man. Y'all go so crazy, man. Most aggravating chat in the game. Let's go, let's go. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all go crazy, man. Keep going crazy. Y'all so aggravated.
So aggravating as hell, man. You're aggravating. Aggravating, bro. Hell, bro.
Most aggravated chat in the game, but the most appreciated chat in the world. I thank y'all, man. No content creator is nothing. Like Finesse 2 times said, nothing. No support. No views. Nothing. No content creator is nothing without the support of the people, man. I don't give a damn how many views, viewers, how crazy their videos go, how much attention, motion, traction, money, millions of views they get. They're nothing without the support of the people. Make them put some respect on y'all name. Make them put some respect on y'all presence. Understand? Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Okay, these they are on a long ass break. They are on a one long ass break. Shout out to you, Shay. I see you. Do your thing. Get that money. Priorities come first. They are on a long ass break. I could have sworn this break was supposed to be an hour. They already did a 20-minute break after what, a 60-minute presentation. Y'all niggas went on a 20-minute break. All right, we finna get into this last topic. I told y'all we wasn't gonna be here long anyway. We jumped on this case by accident. We wasn't here for the entirety of it, but we will check on it daily. And as we have time, we'll bob and weave in and out of this with other subjects. This case was one that just came across the desk at last minute, called the Audible, threw it into play. Here we are. Didn't have the time slots allotted or the work schedule allotted or nothing for me to do this every day, all day for the duration of this trial. I don't know. But what I can do is every morning that we're here, every time we check in every day, we can watch some of this trial and bob and weave it with the rest of the topics. And then, we'll play catch up like that. But for now, the proceedings in court haven't proceeded. So we're going to proceed with the last topic that we had in the title. Doesn't mean it's the last topic for the day, depending on how much time we have left by the time we get through this. But right now, everybody pretty much know, right? Sauce Walka and Honeykomb Brazy had a beef on the internet, right? Right. They was at odds. Let's just get through it. Shout out to y'all, man. Live is chat in the game, man. We appreciate y'all. What's up, Jamal? Is that Jamal? What up with it? Shay, what up with it? With all due respect, let's go. Mike from the Ville. Slim Jones. Gio Roman. Dwight Brinson. Michael Salt. Bob Marley, what up with it? Shout out to y'all. Willie, what's up with it? I am who I am. I see you. Let's go. What's up with it? Eddie Wyatt, what's up with it? Oh, he was the one talking shit. Oh, well. Furry Mask, peace. Ben Salah, what up with it? Mint, you gone? Where racist ass men at? Mint don't like black people. He wanted to come in here and try to offend us real bad. And hey, you guys do this and doing that. JD Doan, JDB1, where you at? You came in here with that racist stuff too. You at? Where they at? They left? Chop Leak, what's up with it? Show Enough, what's up with it? Michelle D, what's up with it? Crook Music, what's up with it? Let's go. Abdul Perez, what's up with it? He says, fuck racism. Facts. Fuck racism. It's bad people in every race. It's good people in every race. It's people that will do right by you and wrong by you in every race. Not to be on no fake ass Martin Luther King crap, but it literally really actually does come down to the content of a person's character. Because you could You could act like, oh, just because we kin folk, and end up getting your nigga. That be the Judas. That be the one. That be the Julius. Boy, that put the knife in your back like Caesar. Boy, you what? They'll betray you for 30 pieces of silver. It'll be your skin folk. That's why it come down to the character, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with what a mother. I don't give a damn what you look like. How do you treat me and mine as people? And man, other than that, anyway, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all. Cool Runnings, what up with it? IE4C, what up with it? Nikki Baby, what up with it? Jesse, what up with it? His racist ass. C Chan, what up with it? Nikki Baby, XO Males. MTHR, what up with it? XO Males, what up with it? Tokyo, what up with it? S3R2, what up with it? R2D2, beep boop, beep boop. Edward B, what up with it? All right, that's fair. That's far up as I can go. That's far up as I can go. Darren Dishman, what up with it? He say, what up, though? That boy must be from the 313. Put your motherfucking hands up and vibe with me. That boy might be from Detroit. Dwight Branson said, we on that za. Willie, what up with it? Shay says, what are we covering? This case right here, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the case, Shay, and then we're gonna move on to that next topic.
Back to Memorial Day weekend of 2023, when investigators say a
Well, 3 years after the deadly shooting of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton, the man charged in his death is now going to trial. Rick Chow is accused of murdering the teen outside a gas station that he owned on Park Lane Road. News 19's Kiki Gushu is now live in the studio and has more on what's ahead of this trial. Kiki.
This case dates back to Memorial Day weekend of 2023, when investigators say a confrontation over
That ain't the same girl?
a suspected shoplifting turned deadly.
A suspected shoplifting. He never stole anything.
May 28th, 2023. Authorities say 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton was shot down the street from a convenience store on Park Lane Road after store owner Rick Chow suspected him of shoplifting bottled water. Investigators say Chow and his son chased Cyrus toward the Springtree Apartments, where Chow fired a shot into the teen's back, killing him. The next day, Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott addressed the public.
We're charging the owner of the store, Rick Chow, with murder.
Chow turned himself in that afternoon. That same day, the community...
That was it right there, basically. But what happened was the young man was in the store. He was walking around. They made him put his book bag down. This lady accused him of stealing something and told her son something in Cantonese. He ran behind him. The dad came out. The young man gathered his stuff, saw he was being followed, started running. They chased him down. This young man said that this young man said that he had a gun and his father shot him. But that was said after the father got arrested. They never mentioned to the police, the first officer on the scene, that the young man pulled the gun, but a gun was found. It was never proven that it was brandished. So they're claiming self-defense, but the young man got shot in the back. If y'all were scared and feared for y'all life, y'all chased him. Anyway, we'll let the story tell itself, bro. See what I'm saying? This shit wild. This a wild one, bro. We stumbled across, this came across the desk. We stumbled upon this early, so we just threw an audible, man. This a wild one. This a wild one. We waiting for them to get back in court, though. It's been, damn, they still ain't back in court. All right, let's move on to this next subject. Y'all know Honeykomb, Brazy, and Sauce Walka had some issues. They sat down. Why, where, I don't know. I just happened to see this shit and was like, hey, F it, let's go there. Shout out to Trap2 TV, first and foremost. This video is entitled Honeykomb, Brazy popped out on Sauce Walka after War of Words on social media, and this is what happened. Shout out to Trap2. Do your thing, bro.
See, when I walked in the door, the man spent $250 when I walked in the door. I said, I gotta get right.
Business going on. Real business going on. Real life.
Real life, man.
All you other rappers is hoes. Let's talk about it though. Y'all
never coming through none of this shit that we doing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna come get into it with me in real life, none of that shit. I'm really get into it with you. I'm Brazy though.
Alright, what's going down, man? You see me and my boy out here at the South Stand. Yeah, chilling. You see my hand is healing. Blood been up here every day, smooth, cause he comfortable. It's love. The disrespect is over. It's all player. With my heal, we gonna work out like workout. Anybody else wanna work out around this? Come check me out.
Sauce saying, yeah, we chilling, we cool, but when his arm heal up, we got to scratch. We got to get it in. We got to throw them fisticuffs. What I'm asking is, was Brazy arm really hurt? And he just happened to now he want to go around there? What's going on now? Come on, man.
Yeah, shout out to my chill to the G. That's my boy. I love that. Hold me down. Yeah, you can come up and get some of that work with me too. Yeah, I'm got work for anybody. Yeah. Well, I gotta start making us famous. I don't know. I'm sorry. I said my bad. No, I don't want to fight nobody playing with their.
He talking about Goyayo right there when he said I don't want to fight nobody playing with they, because Goyayo been calling him out.
Nobody touch their. I had to think about that. I had to think about it. But shout out to my children.
It's crazy after he said but so hard after he talking about I don't want to fight nobody who playing with they. He funny for that, bro. He funny.
I don't want to fight nobody playing with their. I ain't even touch nobody touch their. I had to think about that. I had to think about it. But shout out.
Why he say but so hard? That's funny, dog. Just my little twisted sense of humor after just talking about Goyayo. Y'all know. Pause. This nigga had a busted open picture. Pause, nigga. But anyway, shout out to y'all. What's up with it, Charlie Brown? I see you, brother.
To my children, to the kid that he gonna box from Papa Sauce. I love your there, boy. Yeah, man. But hey, everybody know.
Everybody don't be outside, man. Everybody don't be outside. You gotta be outside. Don't stay out of blood business. Stay out of game.
Mama, that on my mama. I see why your mama checked out early. She was tired of y'all. You know your mama was a junkie, and she started a wrestler. He ain't even a famous wrestler. He wrestling in mother pool halls and bars and shit.
Goyayo went off. That's a whole nother story. We talking about these guys right now, though.
Spilling for what? What you spilling for? The dog you spilling?
Right behind, like right in front of the crew shop. Like if you pull out his driveway and make a right, but we driving right there next. That's my next stop is the club. Yeah, splash right.
I'm going to splash out right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. Oh, you ain't going to
be wrong. Like be nice, right? Be nice that outside. He got a truck. He just want to sit in the truck.
That's what we're gonna come next, man.
Yeah, he on. Well, bitch, how about I got all three of the keys now, you bitch?
He got me on the sausage skull cap and Jay. I said, well, you know what? That's all you need is the skull cap.
I'm still gonna go to the soap company. That's why that was another reason why the car wash shit gonna be so big, nigga. Cause I got a whole soap deal that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Exactly. What the fuck are you thinking? What kind of jacket they did right now?
Man,
man, keep getting noisy with your boys, man.
I think about let me get the drop top. He got to eat. He's thinking, fuck it, let me do a little bit of
lamb. Let me get in there, but that was so hard. Please let me get some food.
All right, so come on, you gonna come over here. Yeah, lemonade the base. You put that bitch on top of that hole. Can I get another lemonade, please? Could you bring me that? Could you bring that here, please? Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless. Shukran. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh my God. St. Thomas, though you
before all of that, y'all was smoking good. All right, then don't do that. We talk about natural. What is your natural culture, man?
Y'all eating good.
Before the internet, guess what? That's why we talk before. Nigga, you just told a nigga whole $3,000 pound of this Reggie. Nigga, you come from a place where they smoke grass.
What you say? Dirt.
Literal dirt outside right here.
Oh my God. St. Thomas, though you
before. Hey, yeah, brother, I fuck with you. I gotta tell you that this the new Reggie.
The new Reggie.
What?
Damn.
You said, no way. Brother. You said that this was cookies and this shit is tasting like
gummy worm.
Blue Dream.
You that nigga don't
My nigga tall niggas best weed Reggie. Niggas coming with fire gas. They done put their whole life for hard dedication into it. His nigga go smell that shit. Hey, yeah, brother, I fuck with you. I gotta tell you that this the new Reggie.
The new Reggie.
What? Damn. You just told a nigga whole $3,000 pound of this Reggie.
And they want my camera man, they record that.
Nigga had me on 4 a.m. in the morning, all the way from 8. I gotta tell this story. I hit that nigga Spike D up. I said, Spike, I got Nyla Monroe coming from Memphis, bro. Shoot the video. 8 hours early, he said, y'all 4 o'clock in the evening already. We locked. I said, let's do it. Fuck it. The girl come down here, nigga.
So some dick. Oh yeah, bitches always. So you ate that Jimmy. You can't be hitting. We ain't trying to hit.
Oh, that nigga stupid.
We ain't trying to hit.
Oh, that nigga stupid.
Bitch, you ate that Jim Dean. You seen Jim Carrey, bitch. You know the mask. You seen Jim Carrey.
You know how.
Oh, see, that's dope. That's good.
Too much fake over the top.
That's how they keep all that nigga shit. That's why you don't see no nigga shit.
You gotta be strong as fuck doing that.
Yeah, nigga, you gotta take a bump out. Ain't nobody trying to see 2 old ass niggas grab each other's shoulder.
Hey, South, but when I ain't nobody wrestling South.
What y'all niggas gonna do?
Hey, Papa.
Look, I'm saying, look at
Papa South.
everybody do that way and shit. Look at everything he left to do that right there. Man, the whole money I know.
Man, that nigga strong as hell for real, dog. Like, hey, come on, let's rap.
I'm just saying,
but like South,
you gotta run a mile first, bro. Before you do any type of wrestling, you gotta better run a mile. You wanna see me run a mile? I just ran a mile.
That nigga Pop was strong as hell.
And I smoke weed every day, and I still got it. Finna do a last wrestling match. Man, y'all niggas better get in the wrestling ring and play chess or something. I think I still got another wrestling match in me with his wife up in there talking about I'm finna go wrestle my old partner, Art Man Johnson. Both of them niggas 60 years old, can't even walk fast.
Strong in the body, grab the chest so smooth.
Yeah, he grabbed it. That's what I'm saying. That's how he got left.
We might put it on every hot wing, chicken ever got invented, every hamburger. We might come some brazen sauce, man. That shit might be purple. That shit might be, I don't know what color it gonna be. God damn it. I got a mind. I got a brain.
Nah, we can go touch that, turn off and turn on when we go to the club.
All right, this shit was weak. I just wanted to see what the hell was going on with I just wanted to see what the hell was going on with Sauce Walka and Honeykomb Brazy. I know they had some problems. They had some smoke. Now it's talking. Now it's saying they sitting down eating together. Hold on, let's see. Okay, so they went from that to this though. They went from that to this. It started off with problems.
Look here.
I should have played this first. I thought Court would be back by now. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I rushed through it. I thought Court would have been back by now. Jesus Christ. We really not about to see no more of that. Well, y'all could go watch it. I'll have to do the update tomorrow because
my bed, blood. Hey, look. Hey, Honeykomb, you got the right one. First of all, this is why I don't like fucking rappers to being niggas' friend. And being cool with niggas, cause niggas do shit like this. Blood, why you ain't calling my phone? Don't put me in no motherfucking rap shit by no nigga in my shop with, bro, I don't give a fuck about the Asian man you hanging with. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to my shop and nothing to my partner. Honeykomb Brazy, you say, are we real bloods? You know what real bloods do? Call somebody from California so they can tell you what real bloods do. This is what real bloods do. We box. We get on the hands in the grass. You say, oh, we real bloods? Honeykomb Brazy, if you do not want to box, you not no real blood, so don't bring me up in that shit. Nigga, if you don't want to punch and bring my name up, you not no real blood. You want to get some gangster shit to leave it at that. Don't bring my name in there, bro. I'm not like that. You will come to my shop, we can see we real bloods today, and we can squabble today, Honeykomb. I'm not finesse. I punch. This ain't rap a lot. Hey.
that was a few little dishes in there, ain't it? You said I'm not finesse. Damn finesse. I punch.
Alright, what's going down, man?
They took a picture in Potley. I'm from the south side of the road there. I'm gonna have to stand on that. I'll crash on one of you hoes this week. I ain't letting nothing slide. I ain't letting nothing do with me. I'm my dead brother. I be like, yeah, let's be cool, big bro. So I been gave up. My dead brother.
Yeah, my boy out here at the South Factory. Yeah, chilling. You see my man is healing. Blood been up here every day smooth because he comfortable. It's love. The disrespect is over. It's all player. With my heal, we gonna work out like workout. Yeah. Anybody else wanna work out around this bitch, come check me out. Yeah. Shout out to my to the G. That's my boy, bitch. I love that hoe. That bitch stay holding me down. Yeah.
Y'all want to politic, and it's the real way. You can't say and do whatever you want and then apologize after that shit like we supposed to be cool. And what type of girl they friends do? Mean girl ass. What you about, boy? Brazy, boy, you friendly in the. Oh my mom, I thought you was a gangster, boy. You must be scared out there in Houston. South got my mama. You was CJ and South get out there. on the internet, they all friends. That's what they want to do with me. On my dead brother, I be like, yeah, let's be cool, big bro. Big gave up. My dead brother, I ain't on none of that beefing before he like Cardi B said.
Hold on. He just called him out. Finesse, you must be scared. You must be. I mean, he said, Honeykomb, you must be scared, terrified out there in Houston. Sauce must have got you believing. Damn.
Get it now. I see why Yayo ain't in the rap game, because I never go for all the shit you doing. You just got on the internet and talk bad about each other, fuck each other, y'all gonna fight and woo, it's whatever. And now all of a sudden you over there kicking it, really. Oh my mama, take y'all attention. I was all that politics, and it's the real way you can't say and do whatever you want and then apologize after that shit like we supposed to be cool. What type of girl they friends do? Mean girl ass. What about boy Brazy? Boy, you friendly enough. Oh my mama, I thought you was a gangster. Boy, you must be scared out there in Houston. South got you. My mama, you and CJ and South did all that on the internet. They all friends. That's what they want to do with me. On my dead brother, I be like, yeah, let's be cool, big bro. Big gave up. My dead brother, I ain't on none of that beefing before he like Cardi B said. It ain't stopping till we die. Mama ain't let nothing slide. Ain't let nothing make it. Crip.
Thank you, Your Honor. And,
okay, so obviously Grillo ain't going for
it. Our intent to offer some of the body cam from the scene that night, and this is all in relation to...
All right, y'all, run the lights up, please. Run the lights up.
In front of the jury, no one said anything about Mr. Carmack Belton pointing a weapon at Andy Chow. So obviously in cross-examination to combat that, we would like to play the statements of Rick Chow made to both Deputy English as well as Deputy Carter on scene. As we just saw, as Mr. Chow starts getting into the substance of what happened, Deputy English just walked away. Actually at the very moment that he starts describing, what's going on with his gun. So our basis to admit both of these exhibits, and specifically Carter's, would be the stipulation between the parties that we took up before trial that all of the body camera in this case is authentic and meets the 8036 business record hearsay exception. During the conference that we just had with the state, brought up that we had some objections to the content of some of the video. I just would reiterate that those objections we had to some of the content were based on the confrontation clause, not any hearsay argument, which we've already stipulated around. And the confrontation clause is unique to the accused, and we raised that because we were concerned about the state not calling all of these other purported eyewitnesses. So that being said, we would also supplement the basis for admission under 106, the rule of completeness. We just heard a segment of Mr. Chow's statement that the state wants into evidence, and we would like for the jury to hear the entirety of that statement must be considered in its totality to fairly understand the context. And
hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all already know we wasn't gonna be here long. I gotta check the time anyway. Let me shout out the top supporters, man. Hold on. Number 1, we got Mike from the Ville. Number 2, we got Gregory Bean. Number 3, we got XO Mills. Number 4, we got Gio Roman. Number 5, we got Bob Marley. Number 6, we got Jamal Weeks. Number 7, we got Dwight Brinson. Number 8, we got Michael Salt. Number 9, we got Did It Again. Number 10, we got Michelle D. And then number 11, honorable mention, we got Marlon O'Neal. Shout out to y'all. Super duper salute.
The other one's Carter. I believe they have Carter on the witness list.
They still talking about motions, y'all. But speaking of motion, I hope y'all in y'all emotions and y'all feelings, because we damn sure about to kick it like a punt. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that Discord link. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms. We will be back tomorrow. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn them post notifications on so you get notified. And if you don't get notified, come check anyway, because we here every morning. You know what I'm talking about? Let me show some love. Charlie Brown, I see you. Mike from the Ville said store owner who killed the kid he thought was stealing. Charlie Brown said, whose trial is this? The F he talking about, Mike says, after that pick, you can't talk tough no more. Facts. This nigga Yayo talk too goddamn much. Facts. Tall man says right there, look at his hands. Charlie Brown says, these niggas killing my ears with that effing yelling. Tall man says, Honeykomb right hand first, now it's his left. Oh, he keeps switching up? Or is that the camera switching? Charlie Brown says that Reggie will give you a migraine. This MF for trying to swallow that damn mic. Mike from the field says, I've been felt that Sauce ain't F with finesse. He tried to take his whole lane. Yeah, I can see that. With all due respect, says, these the same black folks marching to keep in the country that, or to take their places on top of that. Mike says, with all due respect. That's why I say the racist remarks got to be addressed. It's a mindset that leads to this ish. It don't matter it don't always stop with words. Dwight Brinson says, this is wild, fam. With all due respect, says, yeah, they should definitely be charged. Life without. Mike from the field said they need to be charged. They need to change the wording. It's not suspected stealing. It's falsely accused the deceased of stealing. That's facts. Shay says, oh wow, someone always minding someone else's business. Facts. Slim Jones says, thanks for replaying this rumor. I missed it. For sure, bro. Dwight Brinson says, what? Tell him to run, Forrest, run to another chat. Oh yeah, he can get up out of here. They still talking about motions? Yeah, they still talking about motions. They still talking about motions. Nurse Lady T said, hey, chat. The Django pull-up game says, soon damn much. Why y'all be hating on Bama? Oh, so damn much. Hey, man, shout out to Bama, man. Ain't nobody hating on Bama. Shout out to Bama, man. Roll Tide and all that. But y'all already know, y'all, we was already on the way out of here. I hate to do it. Y'all know when we watch court cases, we usually watch them in their entirety. This court case was something that came across the desk late, and we stumbled across this, so I can't dedicate the time. I don't have the time, the schedule. It wasn't etched out like that. So what we will do is be checking in on this case periodically. As we run other topics throughout the week. I want to just let it play, but I can't. Maybe I can start another. Let me see if I can start another one. Let me see if I can start another one where I don't have to use this computer, bro, because I need this computer for work.
Deputy Carter, there is no objection the state can have at this point in time, regardless of whether this witness has knowledge. We have stipulated to the foundation, we have stipulated to the hearsay exception.
I think it's still got to properly come in.
I'll tell y'all what I'm going to do.
That would be for the purpose of establishing a foundation.
I'm going to run as long as I can when I actually... And I got to leave the tent. Listen.
Establishes an appropriate foundation.
When it's time for me to leave the tent, I'll shut this bitch off. For now, hey, just enjoy it. I might not say much.
Camera any of the surveillance.
I don't think anybody has done that.
Then I
did the business record.
I might have to leave the tent at any minute though, so hey, we'll see. We're gonna run it from
there.
there.
And the notice that we sent, and even on the record, we said that pursuant to section 19.5.20. So I'm not sure what this 803 thing he keeps talking about. That's not the grounds that we got those business record affidavits under. We got it under the statute. And what we talked about on Friday was that the business record affidavit, the purpose for the body-worn cameras is that the videos themselves are authentic, meaning we didn't have to call English to say, yes, this is my body camera. But their main objection, I believe Mr. McCullough was the one who said it, was that, yes, we will say that these videos are authentic, but we may have objections to the hearsay that are in the business record, which is typical with any business record. If it was a medical record and there was hearsay in it, you couldn't just put the medical records in. And that was the whole thing yesterday with English's body-worn camera and the statements of Lori and Kennedy and the other witnesses. They want all that muted because it was hearsay. It's the same thing in Carter's. And that's why the video surveillance is hearsay.
No, I gotta stop the shit anyway. I gotta stop it anyway because I do have to leave the tent, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I appreciate y'all. Let me show some love to these last chats before we get up out of here. The Django said strike, so you won't get a copyright strike. Oh yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Django, man. I appreciate you, bro. Now we just gonna go ahead and wrap it up anyway. Willie, it's on Court TV, it's on Law and Crime. If you guys want to finish and stay updated with the case, I'm gonna be listening to it in my ear as I go and take care of my business. So we will stay updated with the case. We will be back watching it first thing live tomorrow in the morning. So come back tomorrow morning, guys. Make sure you got your post notifications turned on, even if they're not turned on. I know they don't always work. Come back. Come back. We will be here, man. Other than that, it's just Illuminati Network, man. Much love to y'all. Super duper salute. Like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. That's only room for human error. I never set you out on purpose. And like I say, I identify as a multi-millionaire. If they got a bathroom, they got to give us a cash register. Other than that, it's just Illuminati Network, man. We out here.